Hello everybody, and welcome back to another reaction video actually. We are here again in Mondstadt for the Windblume Festival a la 3.5, and I think this video, I'm assuming it'll be the whole thing, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes long. Let's jump right into it. See if they have oh wait, look! We've got Albedo and Klee, we've got Collie and Sucrose. It looks like Collie's coming back to Mondstadt. Oh, I so hope so. Who's that in the distance though? Is that, Yingar and Timaeus? Kind of looks like it. Oh, good. Oh, look at the flowers! Flowers for Windblume. Wow, they're really giving us the whole experience. Picking up the quest even.
Hey there, Catherine!
Good day, you two.
Hi, Catherine.
It's nice to see you here at this festive time.
It's nice to be back.
Oh, got any jobs for us?
I'm guessing not.
I'm afraid I'd struggle to find you any commissions in the near future.
It's Windblume time after all.
With the Windblume Festival, the only task most Mondstadters are busy with is preparing gifts for their loved ones. But it's customary to do this oneself without assistance.
I love Windblume.
Think of this period as the off-season for the Mondstadt branch of the Adventurers Guild.
It has such a cool historical backstory.
Love is in the air, and everyone wants to relax and enjoy themselves. Even the cats at the tavern next door have been getting lovey-dovey with one another recently.
And such good modern-day traditions.
Gross.
I love it.
You know that feeling you get when you burst out the doors after a nice nap, hoping to make it to the store before the limited edition drinks sell out, only to get there just in time to see the last two glasses snatched away right from under your nose by a couple of pesky lovebirds? That's what this feels like.
That's very specific, Paimon.
Perhaps you two could simply take this chance to...
Oh.
Traveler! Paimon! Thank goodness I found you.
Hi, Sucrose.
There's something I need your help with.
Oh, that dandelion.
Woo! Sucrose?
Is everything alright?
Go ahead, Sucrose. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway.
Phew. Okay. Here's the situation. I've been appointed as the Windblume Festival's special ambassador by the Knights of Favonius this year.
Okay.
My task is to do good deeds for people during this festival of gratitude and love.
Wow.
Nice one! So how did they decide who to appoint anyway?
And who was it last
I
year?
spun an empty bottle donated by Angel's Share inside a circle with all our names on it. Whoever's name the bottle stopped at got chosen.
This method seems a bit arbitrary.
So too. But everyone said that it was to make it fair, so everyone had an equal chance to become the special ambassador. The thing
I
is,
suppose that is fair.
I'm not great at dealing with people, so I was really daunted by it at first. But I'm still glad that I got this role. Luckily, I came up with a way to spur myself on, which has helped. Have a look.
It's a test tube with a little crown on
Is
it.
that a test tube?
Yep, every time I do a good deed for someone, I get them to breathe into a test tube. That
What?
way, I can collect everyone's breaths of joy.
What are you going to do with those?
Sounds fascinating. Are you gonna use them in your research?
Reminds me of the vial of Animo
I believe
Archon
these
breath.
breaths of joy will serve as valuable raw materials for alchemical transmutation. With any luck, I'll be able to produce something truly miraculous.
You suppose, Animo breath, could they carry some sort of energy of joy that could be used for, even just for energy purposes? Or like an extra sweet flower? Or an extra sweet Sunsetia?
Darn, now Paimon's hungry. Wait, you're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Actually, I meant something even more exciting than that. I can't say for sure until I have more test results to confirm my hypothesis, though. Alchemists mustn't make claims they can't live up to.
Oh, she's sounding confident.
Anyway, I'm still missing one final breath of joy.
Must have something
Oh, is that all
quite
you need?
interesting cooking.
That's easy. Just treat Paimon to a
I was
sweet
gonna say,
meal.
just give Paimon some
Then you'll
food.
get your last breath of joy.
Or like sweet Madame breath.
Hey, come on! Paimon's doing her best to help, okay? So, does it need to be more like official or ceremonious or something?
No, joy isn't measured in those terms at all.
What
Let
are they
me put it
measured
this
in?
way. Have you ever planted a fruit seed and cared for it while it grows? In the same
Sure,
way that
in the
those
teapot,
tender,
actually.
sweet fruits are the product of your time and effort. The amount of joy derived from an experience is positively correlated to the degree of hardship overcome during it. For
Okay.
example, in my case, I would say that to experience a statistically significant amount of joy, I'd have to do something like spend 6 months developing a medicine formula to a point where it was finally consistently effective.
That's kind of a cool
Similarly,
metric, actually.
in order to collect a significant amount of joy from other people, I have to find ways to do something sufficiently challenging on their behalf.
Oh, Paimon gets it now.
Sounds like you've been
Long
really
story
working
short,
hard.
You want us to help you find people for you to help. Oh, that's pretty tough given that it's the Windblume Festival and all.
Oh, I figured since you're such experienced travelers, you might have some ideas. But if even you don't know how to approach this...
We can't give up yet.
Yes, you're right.
Well, if she's in, then Paimon will help too. With the talking, anyway. But, if things don't work out, can Paimon still get that sweet madame?
Don't worry, I'll get you a sweet
Come
madame.
on, Traveler. This is a festival of gratitude and love, after all. How could you refuse?
I'll make you one with my own
Excuse
2
me,
hands, don't
Sucrose?
worry.
Could I borrow you for a second? Package for you.
Collie!
Oh, sure.
Oh my god, Collie. Do
Be
you
right
see her?
back.
Do you see her, Paimon? She totally sees her.
Wait, is that who Paimon thinks it is?
Oh my gosh.
Kale, right? When did she arrive at Mondstadt?
She's back in Mondstadt. Where's Amber? We must find her stat.
Let's go say hi.
Yes, let's. I wonder how she's feeling being back here. I wonder if she's visited before. A gathering of Outlanders? Ah. I guess there's us and there's Collie.
Add Astra at...
You have to collect your dailies? No. Checking for a special dialogue, maybe. I respect it.
And that's everything. Are they all in satisfactory condition?
Yep. Thank you, Marjorie.
I'm busy as ever.
Kale, hey!
Hi, Collie.
Oh, hey you guys. What are the chances?
You were staring into space just now. Something the matter?
No, don't worry. I'm fine.
Are you wondering where Amber is? Anxious to
I was
see
just
her
looking at a
again?
Mondstadt children's book in the souvenir shop over there.
Oh.
While I was flipping through it, a piece of paper fell out. The writing on it was really mysterious. Almost like a prophecy.
Oh, do
If
tell.
you can do these things, you may light the lantern of utmost joy and receive a supreme blessing.
Oh, she's been working on her reading and writing, hasn't she?
These things refer to.
Oh, she's doing great.
Find a flower that is not of this world.
Ooh,
Find a
That's me.
guide who will never get lost.
that's Paimon.
Find one who would never lie.
Amber.
Find a legend that never ends.
Any one of the
So,
immortals?
4 things in total. Here, have a look.
Or metaphorical legends like Mondstadt itself.
I
Aw,
asked a
we don't get
lady
to
who
see it?
owns the store about it, but she said that she didn't know anything about any paper slips.
Feels like fate. Perhaps we can ask a friend about this later. Did they name their traveler Traveler?
Hi there. Sorry to butt in, but what's the name of that storybook you just mentioned?
Wow, she's walking right up to a stranger.
It was called The War Princess.
Oh!
Hmm.
I haven't read that
Very
one.
strange. I've read that book, and it sounds like that note you found has no relation to the story at all.
Oh, nice guess. Oh, I should read that book.
Do you know her?
Yes, Collie.
Paimon, do the honors. Kale, this is Sucrose, an alchemist with the Knights of Aphonius. And Sucrose, meet Kale. She's a trainee forest ranger from Sumeru's Avidia Forest.
Being a scientist might lose Sucrose some points, but working for the Knights might gain her more.
Hi.
Oh, they're both shy. Paimon, help them.
This is getting awkward fast. They're both so shy.
So, Sucrose, what are your thoughts on this prophecy? Could it be real?
I'm so proud of Collie.
Without having done any research, I couldn't comment definitively. If you want my subjective opinion, I don't think that it's a nasty prank or anything.
We found somebody that she can help. And also,
The
why not,
only
Sucrose?
people who read children's books are those with a childlike wonder and imagination. Or children, of course. I'm sure that whoever put this prophecy there would understand that.
That's true. If they were
They
trying to
really
prank
do this
someone,
just
why
to
put it in a
spread
kid's
lies and
book?
ruin
That's just
someone's
mean.
innocence? I can't imagine anyone being so cruel.
Right.
That's a great take. I love it.
But then again,
Exactly. Who
stories and
would wanna hurt a
fables
child's feelings?
mean quite a lot in this
Okay,
world, don't they?
So, what do you think the blessing is, Sucrose?
If I had to guess, maybe a fairy that can make people's wishes come true or something? I haven't read many fairy tales, so this is pure speculation. With no other information on hand or prior research to compare against, I'm afraid it might not even be worth considering.
I love how
Wow.
research into fairy tales is a very legitimate
Her
thing in
guesswork
this
is
world.
Really good though. I want to pick her brain some more.
Look, it's somebody that you can help, Sucrose!
She finds it annoying if I keep asking her questions.
I think she'd be delighted.
After all, what's the best thing to say to someone you're meeting for the first time?
Would you like to get the Lantern of Utmost Joy?
Well, yes. I mean, if possible.
Then, what would you wish for, Kale?
I'd wish for a better personality.
No, Collie. What?
Huh?
Why?
You can't waste it on that. You've got a great personality already.
Yeah, what she
That's
said.
very kind of you. But if you know me like I do,
I would say we know you pretty well. And somebody's excited to see
I
you.
know that voice. It's
Amber! There she is.
Kale! Whew. You made good time, huh? You're way earlier than I expected.
She was
I spotted
excited.
your green hair way off in the distance. Good thing my eyes are sharp, or I'd have missed you.
Amber. Have you been doing well? Did you finish all the pita pockets I brought you last time?
Oh, so she has been visiting.
They're getting yummier each time you make them.
Huh? Wait, remind Paimon, have you been to Mondstadt before?
Mm-hmm.
She did tell us about this actually, didn't
Time
she?
ago, I had a lot of help from a lot of people here in Mondstadt. So ever since my Elizar got better, I've been looking out for an opportunity to come back to Mondstadt and tell them all the news that I've been cured.
Oh, good for you.
Thanks.
If it's okay with everyone, why don't I take Kale for a walk around town? I'd like to show her some of the places she didn't get to see last time.
Of course. Fine by me.
Oh, fun.
Sure, go right ahead.
That sounds like fun, actually. I'd love to hang out with Amber and Mondstadt.
Sorry, Amber.
What?
I agreed to meet my traveling companions by the city gate in a few minutes.
Gathering of Outlanders, wasn't it?
Go with you just yet.
Who else did you bring,
That's all
Kale?
right. In that case, you guys go rest up, and I'll go see Master Jean to ask for some time off.
Oh, okay.
Traveler Sucrose, could you look after Kale for now?
Of course.
I'll come get her later and take her out. There's still a whole bunch of people I need to introduce her to.
Sure, no problem.
You can count on us.
Awesome. See you later then.
Oh, this is going to turn into a big group, isn't it? Oh, I so hope so. Who do you think she brought? From Sumeru? Tainari?
You all
Companions
right there,
plural.
Kale? You look kinda disappointed.
I'm sorry. I'm just feeling a little shy today. Don't worry about me.
We'll do our best to support you.
Amber wants to introduce me to more of her friends. Am I gonna be able to cope? I've only met Sucrose so far, and I'm already struggling to make conversation. I wish I had a little more self-confidence. Then I'd find it much easier to make friends with people.
You also might find it easier in a bigger group.
It's nearly time! Let's go to the gate and see if they've arrived.
I think having a bigger group would help. Especially because I'm guessing that most of someone's excited. Most of this bigger group will be very caring and supportive of her, so. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun! Oh. We've got a little bit of a mystery, but we've also got a very sweet little story starting.
Enjoy the Windblume Festival.
I can't wait. I wonder what this year's Windblume will be. There he is! Yes! Both of them! Nice! This will be
Why
cool.
is this humble windmill such a great view?
What do you mean?
I mean, it's understandable. It must have been a long time since you last came to Mondstadt.
Oh, I see, I see.
Because it is the true Great Vayu Viastra?
What? What?
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you don't get it.
The what?
View, Vayu, and also Mahamatra, Vayu
No.
Viastra? No?
Absolutely not. That was too much of a stretch.
Dino, over here!
This reminds me of when he was in the like was it Lantern Rite? In Lantern Rite this year, and he popped up and he was thinking of a joke to tell Tynara, and he was spending a long time thinking about it. And apparently if I had gone back I could have learned what the joke was. Is that what he's doing here too? Trying to come up with a good joke. What even was that? I respect a good pun. I love making puns. But that one was a bit of a
I'm glad to
stretch.
see you.
I love how Kali came ahead. I guess she must have been really excited.
And who's this young lady?
Master, this is Sucrose, an alchemist with the Knights of Favonius. We just met. Sucrose, this is my teacher Tainari. He's a highly respected forest watcher in Sumeru, and he's also a very famous botanist.
Ooh, she studies
Kali's
bioalchemy.
Exaggerating. I'm Tainari. Pleased to meet you.
He sounds
So you have a
different.
teacher as well. The pleasure is all mine, Tainari, sir.
Yep, he's extremely knowledgeable too. And this is General Mahamatra Sino of the Sumeru Academia. He's really famous in Sumeru as well.
Quite the introduction.
Greetings. Though if I might say so, we're purely here for personal reasons. You needn't be unduly concerned with our official positions.
Ah, so they got time off.
And Kale, there's no need to use my full title. Sino is fine. Or sir, if you absolutely must.
Indeed. We're not here in an official capacity.
Exactly.
Just to keep Kale company on her vacation.
It seems like they both really care for her.
But it was you two that insisted on coming.
We've seen a lot of her dynamic with Tainari, which is great. You know, he's a really good teacher, and I think he's a good supportive figure for her. But it's really cool to see more interaction with Sino. I don't think did we ever see them interact in the Archon Quest? I like their dynamic a lot.
Kale is very important to us.
Aww.
We felt obliged to ensure her safety on the long, treacherous journey to Mondstadt.
I think this is like the
But I've
softest
been
we've
here
ever
on my
seen
own loads of times before.
Sino be with somebody. Oh my gosh. They've straight up adopted her, haven't they?
What about your work, though? What if something bad happens while the General Mahamatra
This is so dad and teenage daughter coded.
There should be no issues. I have left my duties in the hands of my subordinates, and two especially reliable helpers.
Oh yeah?
Oh, Sucrose. What
Two
were you
especially
saying
reliable
about
helpers.
you
Who are
having a
they?
teacher as well?
I was just going to mention that I think we're in a somewhat similar situation. I'm an assistant to Mr. Albedo,
Mm-hmm.
Mondstadt's genius alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, please, Sucrose. Genius is an unnecessary epithet. It will serve only to leave an exaggerated impression of me in the minds of our guests.
There he is! I'm so happy. Also, this group is already turning into a big group. Wow. And I think they're still going to introduce more Mondstadt characters as well. Hi, Albedo! Long time no see.
Mr. Albedo. But it is an objective truth.
Hey, Albedo's here too! Great! The more the merrier!
Quite the cast. Everyone introduces themselves and exchanges pleasantries.
So tell me, Sucrose, since your specialty is bioalchemy, what do you know about the antitoxic properties of the calla lily?
Ooh, antitoxic?
Wait! Can we hold off on the nerdy topic for now? Paimon doesn't want to be left out!
But I want to learn.
Oh, as it happens, I've studied the calla lily in quite some detail before, with it being a species native to Mondstadt.
I feel like Tainari probably chose the flower specifically because it was native, so he's giving her kind of an
I wrote
easy
a whole
question
report on my findings.
to break
If
the
you're
ice.
interested, Mr. Tainari, sir, I can go get it for you.
We're supposed to be here on vacation, and you're already thinking about how to improve your herbal medicines? Also, I thought we'd agreed to take on new identities for this trip.
Trying to stay low key.
Identities.
Mine was Adventurer Sino, skilled desert explorer. Tainari's was technological consultant to the treasure
To
hoarders.
the treasure hoarders?
And Kale's was traveling musician.
And you find that sort of
Very much so.
roleplay fun. I
do
see.
wish some of the less cautious adventurers
He's literally doing it for no reason except for fun.
in the Avidya forest would consider coming to Mondstadt instead.
Good for him, I
What
guess.
Philanimo mushrooms lack in texture, they make up for in not causing vomiting or diarrhea.
Oh dear. Oh,
Are you contemplating using some
Adorable.
compounds from the calla lily as active ingredients in a targeted antidote?
Yes, I gathered a few on the way here, and my initial research suggests to me that it could be worth a try.
his voice sounds so
Okay,
different, it's
I got
throwing
it.
me off.
But as much as I don't wish to be a wet blanket, it takes a huge amount of experimental data to conclusively prove how different drugs interact.
Albedo's doing his idol.
Estimating the total development time would be very difficult. Add in the time for
Or is
procurement
he taking
and
notes?
delivery of essential materials, and I'm not sure if we could complete development before you need to return.
Is he drawing something? Writing up a recipe? What you got?
Then please, allow me to help.
Mr. Albedo,
What you got?
Apologies for my tardy entrance in the present discussion. I understand you're looking to make an antidote for poisonous fungi, correct? If you happen to have some samples with you, or relevant documentation on hand, perhaps you might give me the chance to review them later. But before that, I invite the three of you to look at this.
What is it? What'd you draw? Ooh! Food and lodging arrangements. Accommodations, one of Mr. Goth's other properties. Priority, the Adventurers Guild reception area. Backup plan, to be confirmed. Food. Group meals on the first day, following which all are free to make their own arrangements amidst the city's various restaurants and taverns. Self-catering facilities will be prepared at lodgings. Outdoor activities. Considering our guests' sightseeing interests, Sucrose, Timaeus, myself, and some of the Knights of Avonius can accompany our guests, splitting in groups where necessary. Obtaining souvenirs. Multiple collection methods. With wind comes glory. The outdoors themselves, creation through alchemy, and handcrafting all are possibilities. Scientific observations, emphasis on botany. Official business, no such needs at the moment. Did you really just draft up an agenda for like a mini conference during this conversation? I adore him. So organized.
Food and lodging arrangements? Were you quietly writing this up the whole time? Paimon didn't even notice!
Impressive multitasking.
Hardly. Rather, I should apologize for interrupting a serious discussion between trained professionals, especially after they've traveled so far to be here, when I myself am neither an adventurer, nor a technological consultant, nor a musician. Nevertheless, I would encourage you to have a knowledgeable local arrange your detailed itinerary while you're in Mondstadt.
Don't you
Take a look.
count? Doesn't that count?
And should you find anything here to be objectionable, it can easily be adjusted.
This is too kind of you. These arrangements are quite excellent.
It looks great! Even Paimon feels like tagging along for the food and board.
You're not included in this itinerary.
It's called tagging along!
Very comprehensive. The adventurer, technological consultant, and musician I'll approve. Thank you.
Just one thing.
He's just
We'd
having
like the
fun.
chance to cook as well. Why don't we change the group dinner to a camping and cooking trip?
I'll help pitch the tents.
Very adventurous
I can
indeed.
help too.
And Paimon will take her to Good Hunter to order some starters. Mondstadt's cold cut platter is not to be missed.
Ah, I'm looking forward to it already.
Great. Then it's decided.
I remember that Paimon does not like
Sucrose and I
camping.
will bring the three of you to your inn for a quick rest. You two, let's meet by the lake this evening.
Which one? Cider Lake, I'm assuming? One presumes. I feel you! Oh, Yelan! That was a cool team, Hyperbloom. With Traveler, too. Cool, cool. Tento Traveler, that is. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah! Can we have a
Oh.
cold cut platter to go?
Sorry, Sarah.
Sure, coming right up. Would you like anything else?
Do we, want anything else?
One sweet madame.
Okay.
Oh!
Yeah, that'll be all.
Oh. You know what? Let's have a sweet madame after all.
The best person in the whole wide world!
We were just messing with
Give you
her.
the sweet flower from that sweet madame as a Windblume.
Just don't ruin your appetite for later.
No need to worry about that. Paimon can make room for good food.
And this is true.
All right, just a moment.
That's adorable. She's going to give the thing to me as a Windblume.
That was great.
She ate the whole thing?
If that was a Windblume treat, then
That was
Paimon
concerning.
wishes it could be the Windblume Festival every day.
Why is she so hungry? Why is Paimon so hungry? I know it's kind of... Wow, look at... Whoa! Look at all those markers. This is bizarre to me, because the little clovers are the symbols that I use for oculi, so... Could this person be marking? These aren't unusual hilly trail spots, are they? No, they aren't, because there's one by the wolf and there's one by Windrise, and that's where I know it pops up. But the rest of them I don't know about. The one on Star Snatch and on Stormbearer also, I believe, are hilly trail points, but then they didn't get the one by the Animo Cube. So maybe it's a combination of chests and hilly trail? Got a hilly trail sign in Storm Terrors. How bizarre. I have no idea what these are marking. Oh, I want to know your secrets, fellow player. Probably chests, realistically. Ooh. But I'm just curious. Indeed, by Cider Lake. Are we camping right outside the city? We are literally camping right outside the city. Is that even allowed? I suppose in Mondstadt it would be. Wow. That's quite the tent you set up, Collei.
All right, looks like we're all here.
You know what? I bet they very sneakily used that screen where it went black and it said Paimon ate the whole sweet madame in order to load in these new assets. That's kind of clever. We're not late, are we?
We just came early to set everything up, since we happen to be free today. Collei put up the tent so quickly, but still managed to tie very sturdy knots. You can really tell that she's a professional.
She looks so proud. You should be,
Didn't
Collei.
do much apart from passing materials around.
You helped.
Thanks. It's all thanks to Master and Sino. They taught me everything I know.
What can I say? For a skilled adventurer, this is just another day on the job.
Are you quite finished? Or were you going to sing each other's praises till the moon rises? Come on, let's all sit down.
Sino was so funny. Everyone brings out their food and starts cooking. After a delicious feast, everyone sits around the campfire.
That sunshine sprat was really very good. I didn't watch you cook it, but I believe that the prominent umami flavor of the dish owes itself to more than the fish alone.
That's correct. Any further deductions?
Let me think. The aroma was quite uniform. Unlike that of a spice blend, it was also unfamiliar to me. So I would venture that it was a Mondstadt specialty.
Windwheel
As far as edible
Aster?
Mondstadt plant species are concerned, calla lilies are usually used in soups. So if I had to guess...
Not a dandelion.
Small lampgrass?
That's right. I've long heard that Sumeru's fish with
I did not
cream
know those were
sauce is
edible.
noted for its gentle texture, which
I cannot believe these two using their genius level minds, advanced adventurer skills, experience in alchemy and plants to just deduce each other's recipes. This is hilarious.
the tenderness of the fish. Here in Mondstadt, we're not quite as varied in the use of spices as in Sumeru, but the principle of bringing certain distinct flavors to the forefront through combinations of natural ingredients is very much the same.
I liked it a lot. I'm curious as to the exact ratio of ingredients.
I'll write a copy of the recipe for you.
Would anyone like to try the nutrient-dense meal I made?
Oh, is it her
I'll
crab
have some.
dish?
What about you, Collei? It doesn't look like you've eaten very much. Is your appetite low at the moment?
I love her crab
No.
dish.
I just don't eat a lot normally.
Very helpful. Oh, probably because she's recovering from her illness still. Oh. She just leaves?
Sorry. I didn't mean to make things awkward.
Tainari, while we were on the road, we spotted something white, walking on two legs. Was that Paimon?
Paimon? Walking?
Which day was this?
Absolutely not.
Just after passing through Stonegate.
No way. Was it a crane? One of those Bert O'Harans?
Sino, are you sure your eyes were working that day? Or maybe your hood was blocking your vision?
Or his hair that's always in his face?
Flies. There's no way she'd ever walk.
No way she'd ever walk?
Is that right?
Why do you
I
always
thought that
fly?
you made me snacked on too many local ground nuts.
Is that meant to be a joke?
No? Not funny?
No, I'm sorry.
Ground, you know. As in ground up, but also the ground. Ground nuts make
No.
you fall to the ground.
No. Is no one gonna interject?
Think of this as part of a process of getting to know Sino.
What on earth?
On the bright side, these jokes show that he thinks of you as his friends.
Is this what he's like when he's off duty?
We could test the hypothesis
And not because he's kind of exiled?
that plant species indigenous to Mondstadt may have an effect on the motor functions of flying life forms.
I mean, Paimon would be happy if she gets to eat everything.
Not your test subject.
But maybe not too happy about the
Anyway,
science.
By your logic, wouldn't that mean that eating, say, Zaitun peaches, that would make a sick Paimon peachy in no time or something?
Or that eating lavender melons would have no effect?
Hey, not you two.
I think the Traveler and Paimon's conversations are more entertaining than Sino's jokes.
We make an excellent comedy duo.
I see. You must have been keeping quiet about this grievance for quite some time now.
Is he building up to another joke?
You seem much
Or a
cheerier now that
challenge?
you're here in Mondstadt, Sino.
Hmm.
Actually, it feels like you're a completely different person.
Yeah, he's acting very
That's
different.
because I'm Sino the Adventurer.
That's not funny.
It's not?
In fairness,
I
you
thought it
only
was kind of
saw him in his
funny.
work mode while you were in Sumeru. He's actually like this most of the time when he's in a good mood.
Really?
Yep, it's true. Sometimes when he's eating, he'll grumble about how the bowl is too shallow for the amount of food it contains and other random stuff like that.
Wow.
I understand. Then allow me to reintroduce myself. Before, you knew me as General Mahamatra Sino. Now, please see me as Sino the Adventurer.
He's really like a different person when
Yeah,
he's
so
off
that's
duty.
another thing he does. He'll keep repeating something he thinks is funny until you stop trying to resist.
Oh my god.
So you have two different mental states? Almost like different phases of matter.
Oh dear.
Interesting. I want to learn to do that too.
Hopefully-
I think in your case, the two states we would end up with would be highly conscientious sucrose and stupefied sucrose.
Oh dear.
Oh, by the way, was there any reason in particular that you chose Mondstadt as your destination on this occasion?
Amber!
Oh, well,
In
Lisa once
Windblume?
told me that the Windblume
Yay.
Festival is one of Mondstadt's biggest events of the year. I wanted to take this opportunity to give everyone a Windblume as a token of my heartfelt gratitude for everything they've done to look after me.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Plus, it was a good chance for Kale to get out and meet some new people.
Kale, Lily.
What?
You have to frame it. If you just say the pun, it's not funny. You have to frame it, Sino. You might have some good ideas, but the delivery is wrong.
Kale's Windblume.
My pun sensibilities are...
Maybe she should call it a Kale
Oh
Lily.
no.
It sounds very Mondstadt.
I guess he's giving her the opportunity to build up to the delivery as she gives these Windblooms to people, but... You kind of missed your chance there, Sino.
There's also cauliflower, which would technically make more sense. But somehow, it doesn't sound as nice.
The slightly Sumeru
Moving
comedic
swiftly
music.
on.
The silence.
He just completely ignored the joke and carried on the conversation.
He's immune.
Guess sometimes that's the only way forward.
He's too accustomed to this.
Sumeru's been through some major changes recently, and things at work have only just started to calm down. I don't get many opportunities to take a vacation, and this was a chance to join Kale on her trip while also learning a few things about Mondstadt's flora and fauna that I'll be able to pass on to my peers and students on my return. Two birds with one stone.
So that's why he's here.
How about you, Sino?
He just wanted to come
I came
along.
to ensure Kale's safety.
Aw.
That's just an excuse. Plain and simple.
Also, there's the matter of a Genius Invocation TCG custom-made card back.
Aha! So you did have an ulterior motive.
Have you all played Genius Invocation TCG before?
Okay. Okay.
That
I
is
have.
why I am proud to call you my friend.
He's
When I
got a
first
hobby.
began contemplating getting a new
Or
card
a
back,
passion?
I asked around before eventually deciding to ask the legendary Mr. Kaltz for guidance.
Well, you're in good
A friend
company.
of mine, Sawada, whom I
Oh.
played cards with on occasion.
From Inversion of
I'd been to
Genesis.
Inazuma for the Irodori festival. He told me that Kaltz was a Mondstatter, so I should try my luck there.
Why is he a legendary?
Isn't that...
Does he make the art for the cards?
He's a friend of yours?
He's right there.
I see. So, you came to Mondstadt in search of Calx.
No,
you gonna mess with
that is
him?
inaccurate. I came here principally to protect Kale.
I do
He
like
most
that.
certainly did not. Kale's been here on the quiet numerous times, and this is the first time you felt the need to join.
Not only me, same applies to you too, doesn't it?
If my writer friend were here now, I'm sure he would describe this curious coincidence as having the makings of a good story.
Talking about
And it's always a
Xing Zhou.
pleasure to meet a fan.
Oh, here it comes.
Wait, you mean you're Mr. Kalx?
Having my new friends address me by my pen name feels somewhat unusual. Please, just call me Albedo.
Huh. So you're Calx. Sino's been talking about you non-stop recently. He's intent on getting you to design a bespoke card back for him.
Okay. Small detail, but how does that work? If you're designing just the back of the card, but you already have the card, like, do you attach a custom card back to every single card? That seems like a lot of work. Or, like, does he make a single card with a new design on it? I'm just curious.
You didn't have to say all that.
I don't usually take private commissions, but I believe that we are friends now, all of us. Our conversations have been deep and interesting, and Sino, your passion for this game is indeed one of a kind. I can see it in your eyes.
I'm learning so much about Sino today.
Obviously.
And
And it's really funny because during the Archon quest, we heard a lot about his eyes. We heard that they were terrifying. And, you know, they held the weight of judgment in them and so on and so forth. And now it's a passion for TCG.
given that you've come all this way from Sumeru to see me, I'd be quite honored to take this commission.
Aw.
Wow, your teacher's so nice.
I bet Sino will be excited.
I feel the same about yours. Well, they definitely have different personalities, but they're similar when it comes to their character.
So, how much should I budget for the timeless masterpiece you will produce for me?
He's so excited.
Surely timeless masterpiece is something of an overstatement.
Any artwork fit to appear on the reverse of my card decks is by definition a timeless masterpiece, even if I do say so myself.
Don't mind him. These TCG nut jobs are all like this.
I kind of like his passion
I
for it.
see.
It's cool that he has a hobby that he
So-
cares about.
This has an almost religious significance. Well, for starters, I'd like to hear a few more of your jokes.
He needs to get to know him better.
My jokes? You like them?
I do.
Really? I didn't see you laughing.
Yeah, well, the joke's ability to induce laughter is a separate matter, but I certainly find them fun.
You know what? Agreed.
If I might interrupt, does anyone else smell something strange?
Something burning.
My nutritional meal!
Will it be okay? Should we go over and take a look too?
It's probably burnt. But I guess. Everyone's suddenly standing again.
So, a good joke is not necessarily required to make people laugh at them.
Indeed.
I'd be grateful if you could check on Sucrose. As for our new friends here, leave them to me.
Being the host?
Well, Albedo and Sucrose were delightful, But this was still an exhausting meal.
I'm just imagining what their journey over from Samaria was like.
The cooking pot. Is everything okay?
How are you holding up, Sucrose? Don't be too heartbroken over your meal, okay?
Only the base is burned. We can still use the cooking pot. It just needs a bit of a wash.
Good thing Tainari's nose is so sharp. Has he been in this kind of situation a lot before?
Don't let it get you down, Sucrose.
I know, it's just... I'm sorry to disappoint Sino. I guess we'll have to do this again another day. Oh, yes. I'm not sure if you've noticed.
No?
Kali seems a little... depressed. I noticed she was in a low mood when everyone was talking.
Is she? I got that feeling as well.
Remember that note she received?
Oh, yes.
I was just thinking. I want to try solving this riddle and giving Kali the chance to accept the blessing.
Her final person!
Oh, yeah! She's someone who needs your help.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Oh!
Maybe she'll be willing to breathe into my test tube. But anyway, that can wait.
It's such a strange
As much as
statement
I'd
out of
like to make
context.
progress in my research, I'd prefer to see her smile.
Aww.
All right, we'll help out too.
Of course.
You will? Then tell me, honestly, do you think that this prophecy is for real too?
I know how I can find out.
Uh-huh. Right.
I'll be back shortly.
Alright, let's meet at the alchemy crafting bench in the city. I've got some thinking to do in the meantime.
How are you going to slip away without anyone asking questions?
We're back.
Oh, guess I did it already.
Oh, what a shame. You just missed a joke about windmills.
Was it the first one?
Stop, please. I don't need to hear it a 5th time.
5th time?
That bad, huh? Well, now Paimon really wants to hear it for some reason.
Didn't you say you want to see the Dragon of the East at some point? When are you going?
Tomorrow morning.
We're gonna go see Dvalin?
What are your plans?
Is that just like a thing you can do as a tourist in
Stroll and
Mondstadt?
collect a few plants as samples.
Or is that just a Sino thing?
Perhaps I could join you? I'll be
That's kinda
looking
cool.
for inspiration for these card back illustrations.
Found you!
Amber! Hi, Eula.
I knew I was onto something as soon as I saw the fire.
Wow, you have really sharp eyes.
You were right outside the
That's
city.
an outrider for you.
Uh-oh. Did we break the fire safety rules or something?
No, she just wants to
Actually,
introduce
you didn't.
Eula to her
Strictly
friends.
speaking, you should have reported your plans first. But since 2 of our very own alchemists are here, I'm happy to look the other way.
Really?
Yes, introductions.
Amber's not following the
I'm Amber,
rules?
And this is the Reconnaissance Company Captain Eula, a good friend of mine.
Hi, Eula.
Good evening. You are friends of Kale, yes? A pleasure to meet you.
Have you met Kale?
Oh, Amber and Eula. The pleasure is ours. I've heard a lot about both of you from Kale.
I'm trying to recall.
Oh, really? All positive, I hope.
You
Of
asked
course.
that last time too. Of course it was positive.
Of course.
I'd say. We hear the latest news about you every time you write to Kale.
Glad to know we've made a good impression so far. Anyway, we're just here to collect Kale, so don't let us interrupt your chat. Come on, Kale. We're gonna take you to check out a few scenic spots.
It's nighttime.
Okay.
What about tomorrow? I guess it's still early in the
Still
evening.
as high energy as always.
He sounds proud.
You know Amber?
Yes, we've met. She's Kale's most important friend. And for that, we are also very grateful to her.
My god, they're such dads.
That's Amber for you. Her outgoing
And they did meet in the
personality
manga
means she
too,
can make
didn't they?
friends with just about anybody.
However briefly.
It's getting late, and we still have a lot lined up tomorrow. I suggest we all head back and get some rest.
Yes, we should preserve our energy.
All right. I'll start packing up.
Well, presumably everyone will help. Yep, everyone packs up.
You're gonna get the tone-deaf bard to check out that note, aren't you?
That's right.
Guess Paimon knows you pretty well, huh?
I was thinking either Venti or
Knowing him,
Lisa.
He should be
be
hitting the
honest.
taverns around this time. We can go corner him and make him answer our questions. Let's move!
Why do you make it sound like an interrogation, Paimon? I love how this person does a little spin. after each cutscene. Ooh. Look at this Windblume booth. Talk to Lizzie! Talk to Lizzie! Talk to Lizzie! Oh. I wonder if those were mini games or something. Oh, hello, Venti. That hat looks familiar.
Oh, it's been a while.
Who are you sitting with? There's 2 drinks on the table.
Bar drinking as usual.
Or is that for us?
Put your drink down and get your game face on. We've got some important questions for you, mister.
What's with the interrogation energy?
Okay.
Yeah, seriously. You tell Venti about the mysterious prophecy.
So, what do you make of it?
Yeah, any thoughts?
Aren't you forgetting something? It's the Windblume Festival right now. You can't just go around asking people for help so blatantly.
Well, if you won't tell us the answer, could you at least tell us if this thing's worth a shot?
Sounds to me like you want a hint or two.
Or a blessing or two to boot?
A fine answer. The person who wrote this prophecy is very powerful.
Ooh.
If you manage to solve the riddle, good things are sure to happen.
So it's real and
Also,
very powerful?
I happen to know where this lantern is.
Ooh.
Once you've found the 4 things, I'll even write the location down for you. Isn't that generous of me?
Very.
Whatever. We weren't expecting much from you anyway.
That's a lot of help.
You can get back to guzzling wine and blowing wind now.
He literally confirmed for us that it was
Oh,
real.
woe
That's
is
what we
me.
wanted.
Paimon sees me as nothing more than a drunken wastrel. There are actually a great many things that we bards are required to do. It just happens that enjoying life is the most important one. Once this is over, would you like to join me for a drink?
I love how he's just
You know.
sitting here.
A favor for a favor?
A favor? How would that be a favor to you, Venti? I love how he's just sitting there enjoying his evening and we came over.
Or given the way that you're staring at me, perhaps you'd like to get me that drink now?
Oh, I see.
Of
Get him a
course
drink.
would be most amenable to that. But I believe you have friends waiting for you. Don't
He
worry,
knows everything.
There'll be plenty of time during the festival.
But yeah, he was just enjoying his evening and we came over here and yelled at him. What a collection of characters. Oh, Sucrose!
A flower that is not of this world. Not of this world.
I mean, the other obvious answer is the thing that Albedo had during his story quest. Does he have another one? I don't think so.
Sucrose! We've got some good news and some bad news. Which would you like to hear first?
Let's have the bad news first, I guess.
Oh, we hadn't slipped away.
Really?
I see.
Don't most people usually want to hear the good stuff first?
Just get to the point, Paimon.
Oh, alright then. Basically, we went to Windrise to divine the breeze. The wind said that the prophecy is real and that
I
your
like she's still
idea is
covering
the
for
good
Venti.
one.
That doesn't sound like bad news. So what's the real bad news then?
Paimon ate the bad news.
There's no bad news. I thought it was cute.
Blame Sino. If it's not funny, then it's his fault.
I thought it was cute.
It's fine. Well, that puts my mind at rest. Now, back to the other issue I've been mulling over. I was thinking about the flower that is not of this world. It could mean a human-cultivated variety that doesn't occur in nature. But that's basically claiming that it doesn't come from this world in the first place, when actually it's just a variant of an existing breed. So, the initial question is, can the flower's origins be traced back to a natural organism? If so, it cannot be correctly described as not of this world.
Right.
But then, supposing we identified something outside of that category, whose job would it be to decide whether it belongs in this world or not? Then the question becomes, do of this world and from this world mean the same thing? Or is it deeper than that?
You know, I want to say that they don't. Because you know who is not from this world but is of this world? I do believe that that would be our dear sibling.
Whoa, whoa, slow down! Paimon's head is already starting to spin.
Okay, I did have one other line of thought as well. What about a flower created using alchemy? Would that be not of this world?
Albedo did make something like that once.
Albedo may know the answer, but asking him right away would be like asking the teacher for the answers to your exam paper. It would render our search for the truth meaningless. I'd rather try and figure this out for myself.
Could it be the Windblume?
Oh?
Now that you mention it, that's definitely a possibility. The Windblume doesn't refer to a specific flower. Everyone defines what it means for themselves.
It's not of the world, but more of people's hearts?
The Windblume doesn't exist in reality. This does seem like a promising direction. I've made a note. Okay, I better go read up on this.
Simultaneously the hardest and easiest part to find.
Time. Guess we have that sweet madame to thank, huh?
We're counting on you for the rest,
I
Paimon.
need some time to prepare. Could we meet up here in, say, 2 days' time?
2 days just to find the Windblume?
Time. We'll also think about the other 3 riddles in the prophecy.
That's the easiest one, you just have to pick one.
Since we're really going for this now, shouldn't we say something to Kale about it?
No, we
I
should surprise
originally
her.
wanted to leave it as a surprise for her, and I also didn't want to get her hopes up over nothing. But you're right, Paimon. I'll need to be careful how I word it. But I'll try to find some time over the next couple days to mention it to her.
Understood. Let us know if you need help.
Alright. Thanks so much.
Happy hunting. I guess knowing Sucrose, she'll spend the next 2 days growing a Windblume or something. Maybe she has one in works. Ooh. Maybe she has one that's growing already. She wants it to be able to finish. Wow, that's gorgeous. That's really pretty. I love Mondstadt designs. Ah, the birds. The Cecilias, the music notes. A riddle amidst the crowds. I love how the travelers mid-jump. Go to Mondstadt's side gate to look for somebody. Plowin. Is that a side quest? Ballads of Breeze. And Breezy Snapshots. Has been. So that's what that little setup on the side of Mondstadt was about. Instead of minigames, they appear to be side quests. Maybe a little bit of both. Or we can wait until the— Whoa! There was nothing in that menu! The appointed time, which is about 8 AM 2 days later. And we can only get to 3 AM. Did you see that? The quick swap menu had 4 options instead of like the 6 or 8 that we have these days. That must have been optimized for ease of use at some point. UI updates and all that. What's that? Those ruins right there in the bottom left. Is that? That's not Thousand Winds, is it? Where is that?
Today's recommendation is
Wow.
steak.
Is that the party setup menu on the left? And settings is on there too. I think you only have to go until 8. I'm pretty sure you just have to go for 8. I know the feeling though. Not knowing when you need to turn till. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Thousand Winds right there. That's cool. Surprisingly, this is a good spot to stand at. It's so cool to see the sun and moon moving too. That is a great spot to stand at.
Let's meet up with Sucrose.
Let's go meet up with Sucrose. There she is. What you got, Sucrose?
Sucrose, we're here!
Seem very thoughtful.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon. I only just arrived myself, so I'm still getting ready. Ah, and Kale just passed by a moment ago. She said she had some things to sort out at the inn where she's staying, but she'll meet up with us when she's done.
Oh, great.
Apparently,
Look at that. They've
Tainari
become
and Sino
friends.
both went out, but she stayed behind because she wanted to help us.
Oh, she must have told her.
Not too bad. After reviewing it again with fresh eyes, I came up with a new theory which seems to hold some water. I'll attempt to explain it as simply as I can.
I look forward to hearing
I believe
it.
that each of the 4 things in the prophecy refers to a different field of knowledge. So, in a way, the prophecy is a test of the reader's intelligence.
Kind of brings up the question, why? Why would somebody want to test
Unlikely
someone's
for any one
intelligence?
person to
Someone
have
random,
expertise
too.
in all these different areas. So I suggest that we seek out one expert from each and get their opinion.
Well, we've got a lot of
Also,
experts walking
In
around.
2 out of the 4 areas, the prophecy seems to want us to find specific people. It may even turn out that the people themselves are the answers.
So maybe instead of why does whoever planted this want to test some random person's intelligence, or even you could say why does this person want to test Sucrose's intelligence if they deliberately left it somewhere she would find it. Or Collie's, that is. It could be one of those sweet Mondstadt moves where somebody's trying to get specific people to interact in order for them to meet and work together and have a nice time. We've seen that happen in Mondstadt before with the island that Alice made for Klee, or at least that she renovated for Klee. She wanted specific people to be there.
So it sounds like we should put our heads together and list out the people who can help us.
Exactly. I think we can go through each riddle in turn and generate 4 groups of names to match the 4 questions.
That makes sense.
Alright, then let's start from group 1. The first riddle was, a flower that is not of this world.
We're settling on alchemy?
Personally, I would still go with Albedo for this one. Alchemy is the most likely to have to do with otherworldly things, and he is by far the leading expert in this regard.
You'd count as an expert too, you know.
Exactly! You're the creator of the Tetratanic sweet flower. Who knows? Maybe that's the flower we're looking for.
Though that kind of goes against our earlier theories
You really think so?
about flowers derived from other flowers
but
in this world.
What about Tainari? He's a forest watcher and knows all about plants. If it's a flower we're looking for, maybe he's the man for the job.
Except it's a flower not of
Alright.
this world.
I'll add him to the list as well. On to group 2. This subject is a guide who will never get lost.
It's Paimon!
That's kind of abstract. Does it just mean someone who never loses their way?
It's Paimon.
Wait, but they have to be able to guide others too. So it's
Ooh.
not quite as simple as that.
Perhaps an astrologer then. Because I'm thinking Paimon, because if she gets lost, she could just fly up and figure out where she is. But if we go to astrology, then you could get answers no matter where you get stuck, theoretically. Unless there's some place in this world where astrology is cut off.
Ooh, you mean Mona? Yeah, she definitely counts.
Wow, we're gonna bring in even more characters? Mona?
Yes, she certainly seems very confident. And she can use her astrology to guide people.
Would Bennett count?
That would be cool. Huh? Why him?
Well, his luck's so bad that as long as you go in the opposite
my God.
direction from him, you'll always be going the right way, right?
I see. I suppose I can't argue with that logic.
Truly legendary luck.
To the list. Finding everyone won't take long, so one extra person won't hurt.
And we get to see everyone, that'd be nice.
Would Outrider Amber be a valid candidate for this category as well?
Never get lost at heart.
She would! She's got a great sense of direction after all. As a matter of fact, when the Traveler and Paimon first came to Mondstadt, she was actually the one who gave us directions.
True.
Yes, she's certainly a good guide.
Is there anyone else?
Let me think. Yes, I believe there may be one more.
Who's
Albedo
that?
once made a set of equipment for Mika from the reconnaissance
Mika?
company. He's their surveyor and an exceptional pathfinder.
Right.
He's even instructed others in the discipline of surveying before. So, in my view, he's highly unlikely to lose his way and would be very good at helping others find theirs.
Cool! Another one for our list.
Wait, Kale should have been here by now. Wonder what's taking her so long. Sorry, could we continue our chat somewhere else?
Yeah, let's go find her.
Oh, you wanna go see how she's doing, right? Sure, let's all go.
Where do you think she is? The Grand Hotel? One of Goth's other properties, so maybe not. Maybe she's at Mona's house. That apartment complex. No, but she's this way. Kind of. Wow, Goth sure owns a lot of properties in the city, doesn't he? Hi, Kale. Wow. Building we've never interacted with. Pretty
Hope
cool.
we're not intruding or anything.
No.
Is everything okay?
We startled her.
Sucrose! I was preparing some stuff.
What's going
Is it
on?
time already? Oh no. I'm sorry.
Collei seems to be wrapping gifts, and now she's frantically trying to hide
Don't
it.
worry.
I wonder
The
who it's
Traveler
for?
and I only just met up. We were just worried that you might get lost along the way, so we thought that we'd come get you.
You're working on her
Thank
Windblooms?
you. I'm ready to join you now. How's that thing going?
Sucrose tells Collei about the 4 riddles and the results of your discussion.
So let's pick up where we left off.
Next up is the 3rd line. One who would never lie. Anyone spring to mind?
Maybe D-Loop?
You really think so? Seems like it would be pretty difficult for someone in his position to avoid having to lie.
Right, with his vigilante career and all. Ah yes, his secret alter ego, the Dark Knight hero. He must have to deny it if anyone asks.
Then what
In that
about
sense,
Kaya?
in that sense, he has a
cavalry captain
complicated
and a rather
relationship with the
popular
truth.
figure, but
You think
Oh,
there's
not
something
Kaya.
fishy about him too, huh? Yeah, he's definitely a sneaky one. Bet he lies all the time.
Poor guy.
I can't help but agree with you there.
I still vote Amber.
There's the tone-deaf bard. But on second thought, he wouldn't qualify either. He talks way too much nonsense. Is there anyone else we're missing?
Amber and Sino, to be honest.
Acting Grandmaster Jean? She has a good name in that regard, but from what I know, she sometimes covers up the truth out of concern for those around her. For example, when Lisa loses track of time in the library and misses her patrol shift, Jean will come up with some excuse, like Lisa's ill today.
Oh, wow.
Also, she sometimes makes up stories to get Klee to behave.
Oh, Klee, too.
Like the one about the big monster that comes to catch naughty kids who don't go to bed on time. Do you think that rules her out?
I don't think Klee knows how to lie.
White lies are still lies, but do we really have to reject her because of some harmless fibs? It's not like she had evil intentions.
This prophecy seems very strict.
No, we're the ones being strict.
Rosaria doesn't strike me as the type of person to lie.
She would dodge a
Collei,
truth.
You probably haven't met her yet, have you? She's a sister from the church who looks, a little scary and not very sociable.
What gives you that impression?
She stopped by the alchemy bench once, a long time ago, and asked me about Albedo.
Like during his story
I
quest?
thought maybe she was trying to find him, for work or something. But when I asked, she just said that she was curious about him because he was so intelligent, and wanted to talk to his assistant to find out what he was like. A lot of people might have given a more tactful justification, but I could see in her face that she wasn't trying to hide anything. She was just very direct and straightforward.
She would definitely be an
That's
interesting
why I
character
think
to
of her
throw
as
into
the
this
lying
mix.
type.
Rosaria doesn't look like the sort of person you'd want to get into a fight with. Maybe she just fights her way out of situations that some people might lie to get out of.
I can definitely see that. I've also heard the other sisters say that Rosaria doesn't even make excuses when she skips choir. She just doesn't show up.
Wow.
She's a tough cookie, huh? Let's put her name down.
In that case, I think Sino fits in this list too.
I agree.
True. Lying's probably more trouble than it's worth for someone like him. Kinda like with Rosaria. Oh, and Paimon also nominates Razor. Bet he couldn't lie to save his life.
Another character who might not
I've
know
also
what a
got
lie
someone else
is.
in mind. Noelle, the trainee knight.
Oh,
She's a very honest person. I don't think she'd tell a lie.
yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Alrighty, write her name down too.
From what I know of her.
Wait, there's one more person. You know, our long-standing staffer at the alchemy bench.
Oh, Timaeus?
Huh? You mean Timaeus?
Yes, him. Truth be told, he's been love-struck recently.
And he is on the poster.
He swore that he wouldn't say a dishonest word or slack off until he succeeds in getting the woman he loves.
Oh, wow.
Timaeus has a crush?
And he promised not to
Yes,
lie
that's
until
right.
he wins her heart. That's a pretty good
Who
sign.
is it? Do you know her?
We do.
I've never met her. All I know is that she's from Liyue. Timaeus says that she's fun, has a great personality, and is very, very good looking.
All great qualities, but that says nothing
Since
about her
we're on the
identity.
topic, helping Timaeus win the Lady of his Dreams was also one of my goals for this Windblume festival.
But how can we help with that?
I don't know. Make sure he uses nice paper and a fancy envelope when he sends letters to her. Help him pick a nice gift and wrap it properly. That sort of thing.
Why didn't you just make him your final person?
Yeah, I had the same situation once in the Avidia Forest. I helped another forest ranger out by delivering a love letter to the coworker she likes.
That's adorable.
Yep, that sort of thing exactly. Oh, also, I helped him with some of the groundwork for one of his research projects. He must have appreciated it, because he gave me a refrigeration device that he's been developing as a thank you gift.
Wow.
Is it any good?
I mean, it looks nice.
Oh no.
Sounds like a no.
Alright, guess we'll put Loverboy down on the list then.
Okay, so last of all, we have a legend that never ends. Anyone come to mind for this particular line?
Albedo.
Lisa,
Renty.
perhaps? A librarian understands books best, and aren't most legends written down somewhere?
Not necessarily, but you have a point.
When
Honestly, it makes me think of something metaphorical, so a song or something to do with like the spirit of Mondstadt, you know, since it is Windblume. You could almost think of Windblume again because of the story behind it.
I think about legends, fairy tales and picture books come to mind.
The author?
Kai! She read a lot of fairy tales when Tainari was teaching her to read.
Oh, do I count? Of course you do. I'll put you on the list.
Are you eligible for this one, Suka?
I prefer to read things like an illustrated analysis of alchemical substances and their uses, the fascinating principles of crafting, and hypotheses of life.
Point taken. Paimon didn't quite understand any of those.
Klee might be a good choice. Her mother, Alice, is a renowned traveling author, so I'll bet she's been exposed to all sorts of myths and legends.
I didn't realize that Alice was renowned for being an author.
Well, that should just about do it. Next up, we should go and ask the people on the list about the prophecy.
That's just about every single person we know in Mondstadt, too.
ask absolutely everyone on the list? It seems like a lot of people.
We'll split it up.
It is. So, I was thinking that perhaps we should split up. That might make our search more effective.
Exactly.
Okie dokie.
Also, I've thought of a method of gathering feedback.
Zuko shares her idea with everyone.
No problem. We can do that.
You and the Traveler are practically joined at the hip, so you two can go together. I'll pair up with Kale.
Capable Kale and sensible Sucrose. Sounds like a winning combination.
Okay, I promise I'll help. Capable Kale. Yeah, I got this.
You can do it, Kale.
Rest assured that the unbeatable Traveler and Paimon will do our part too. Off we go.
I'm a little sad that Amber didn't make the short list. Would've been fun. Time, you say? Interesting.
I plan on starting from the person with the most defined stronghold. So let's go to the library. Lisa should be there.
I was thinking Albedo.
That's an, interesting word to use.
You're going into the den of the librarian
Maybe
by
den?
yourself. Oh,
Oh, that's even worse. How about layer?
excellent word. I like it. Okay, we're Sucrose trial. Oh, cool. You good? Limited Animo Compass. Cool. Level 90. Wow. Hello? Oh, there we go. That's pretty cool. I like that actually a lot, that they give you the characters that you're playing as, to play as, for these scenes. To the library!
Here we are. Lisa's lair. Oh no. That was a bad word choice. And now Sucrose is using it. It's all my fault. Lisa, might I ask if... Huh?
She's not there? Ooh. How mysterious. She's gone. Oh, hello.
Sucrose. Kale. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I
Some
can
sort of
only
summit?
suppose that they were Kale-ing on someone. At least that's as far as I know.
They were all so good. But what is collying in supposed to mean? All of them were excellent, but what is collying in? Cornering? But then why would he put in? The rest of them were so good. I liked those.
I can only sucrose that they were collying on someone. At least that's as far as I know.
That was so good.
Please.
I loved it.
Stop it with these puns. I beg you.
No.
Are you trying to win worldwide fame for unfunny jokes?
I liked them. I just don't get the collie one. The word that it refers to must just not be coming to mind at the moment.
I'm afraid it's just us here looking for information.
He went out. What is she doing?
I'm not here for information. Like you, I came here for an abortive search for the librarian, who is also my academia senior.
Oh, cool. Oh, whoa. Did they know each other?
You studied in the same darshan as
They
Lisa?
must have, because she must have written to him.
That's right.
For the
Her
manga.
mentor in Sumeru was also my benefactor.
Her benefactor?
We were both Spontamod students.
The guy from his story quest? Hansmod, that's elementalism and ley lines.
We're getting sidetracked. We
That's
came
pretty
here
cool.
to look for some information. Kale and I are investigating a prophecy.
Wonder where he learned his
We were
magic that he
hoping
used in
you
the
all
manga,
might be able
though.
to help.
Oh?
Did the academia do so?
What sort of prophecy?
Sucrose and Kali take turns explaining the prophecy and the information that they compiled with the traveler.
I see. You want to ask them about the flower that is not of this world, and me about the one who would never lie.
But there's no rush. You don't need to answer right away. We're just here to tell you about the situation. You can take your time to think it over and submit any thoughts you have in written form to the Sucrose mailbox.
The Sucrose mailbox?
Yep. I was thinking about it on the way. And although they seem like trick questions, there's a lot to mull over once you get down to the details. A quick answer off the top of your head might not go into enough depth. So, I decided to place a mailbox next to the alchemy crafting table. Everyone can submit their written answers there when they're ready. We
Very
don't have to
scientist of
call
her,
it the
very
Sucrose
researcher.
Mailbox, though. It could just as well be called the Sucrose and Kale mailbox. Or even the Sucrose, Kale, Traveler, and Paimon mailbox.
I think in this case, we can just go with your quick answer off the top of your head.
Sounds like a good solution. Certainly more reliable than verbal discussion alone.
Agreed. Certainly when it comes to discerning whether someone is a liar or not, you cannot simply take them at their word.
You
Understood.
would know.
Once we've had a look into it, we'll place our replies into your mailbox.
Thank you all so much. Okay, let's tick them off the list and carry on working our way down.
Already done.
I wonder where Lisa went. Where's Jean? Maybe she knows. Maybe they're together?
I'm pleasantly surprised to see those two introverts getting along so well.
They are such dads.
Do you get the feeling that Kale's return to Mondstadt has emboldened her more contrarian side?
Yes, I'd noticed that too.
Traveling and meeting old friends are
And
both
Albedo's
good
still
for the
there.
body and soul. And isn't rediscovering one's youth while revisiting old haunts a worthwhile pursuit?
When I first met Kale, she'd never known happiness or youth.
Oh.
But things are different now. Her Elazar being cured was a huge milestone in her life.
Kale is a very sensitive and introverted child. I'm sure you must have noticed that too, Albedo. From the time she's been in my care, I've observed that she's actually a very lively character by nature. But she had a very rough start in life, and it changed her.
So, might I assume that your respective claims of looking for plants and artists in Mondstadt were just pretexts?
I wouldn't say that. Both Kale and Genius Invocation TCG are very important to me.
It's more like they took the
Would it
opportunity
really
since
kill
they were
you to
coming
just
here
say
for Kale.
yes in this situation?
Fine. Yes, we came out of concern for Kale. She's been back to Mondstadt of her own accord several times, but it has led to no significant improvement in her mood.
So it could be that whoever planted this riddle wants her become more involved with people and to make more friends, because it was planted in a book that Kale read originally, but now it's turning into this huge thing where we're recruiting a bunch of people to help us. So I was about to say who could have planted it. My first thought was actually going to be Amber, maybe. It doesn't seem like her style, but it does seem like something she would care about quite a bit. So if somebody else came up with the idea, she would be happy to go along with it, I feel like. But at the same time, Amber's more straightforward than that. She was already planning to introduce Collei to people. And Venti did say that whoever set this up is very powerful. I'm assuming he was telling us the truth at that point, because he seems to know exactly what's going on. And if he knows exactly what's going on, but he's not actually in on it himself, then it's probably because it's someone else who's very powerful that he just notices that they're doing something. That sort of a level of power. So, who could it be? I am thinking of Alice more now, because we know she's affiliated with Mondstadt. She has been mentioned in this quest. They want us to remember that she exists. And she's very powerful. So, maybe Alice? But then the question becomes, why would Alice have when would Alice have noticed Collei? Why would she care about Collei making more friends with people? But at the same time, we also know that from Hidden Strife that she kind of took Diluc under her care or under her wing a little bit just because he was nice to Klee. So she's the type to very easily want to do what she can to help people. You know, she's very wise, and so in Diluc's case, it was basically just she reached out to him and gave him some support and some wisdom. And so, you know, that's not exactly a hard thing to do. And it seems like she very easily does these things to help people when she sees a chance and if she sees a reason to. So that would just be my next question. Has Collei ever met Klee? It doesn't seem like she has. But also Collei's just sweet and adorable. And maybe Alice just wants to help just because. Or maybe she saw something to do with Collei's past here in Mondstadt, heard about it at the time and felt bad for some reason. So that's basically where I'm at. It could maybe be Alice because she checks off powerful and affiliated with Mondstadt. She's been known to pop up, but she has no reason to engage with Collei. She could be doing this riddle just for fun, but then I would think it might involve Klee more because who would it benefit? Right now it seems like it's benefiting Collei the most. Collei and Sucrose, really. And everyone else is just having a nice time, but mostly Collei is benefiting. Anyways, those are just my thoughts at the moment.
Well, it won't hurt to
Right, and my thoughts were there because it has led to no significant improvement in her mood. So this time, somebody is doing something to make sure that she makes more friends. But who is that person, and why are they doing this?
Led to no significant improvement in her mood.
Well, it won't hurt to give her some more time. I believe that Sucrose might be able to help her.
Oh, it could be Lisa, because Lisa has definitely met Collei. We saw them interact during the manga. She knew everything that went on with her at that time and how rough she had it at the time. She's probably seen her a couple times as she's come back to visit Mondstadt, and she's probably heard a lot about her from Amber. So she would have the emotional investment to do this sort of thing. Is this sort of... But this sort of riddle almost feels like too much work for Lisa. Unless she gave the idea to Amber. Ooh! If she came up with the idea and then convinced Amber to help her out with it, all Lisa would have had to do is write the riddle, probably. Which, you know, she's very intelligent. Could be something that she's done. And then ask Amber to put it somewhere that Collei would find it. Because Amber knows her very well, so she knows maybe she'd be interested in reading some stories when she came here. Anyway, that could do it. And that would explain why Lisa's not here.
Sounds like an extension of your own
Wait, I didn't hear what he said.
That Sucrose might be able to help her.
Sounds like an extension of your own self-confidence as your teacher.
You could say that. In a similar vein, I've heard that Sumeru scholars often build their social relationships based on their academic ones. Is that true?
I suppose it might look like that from your perspective. Sumeru society is something of a special case. The reason it is known as the City of Learning is because all of its resources are in some way linked to academia. As such, academic resources equate to social capital. It is not unheard of, for example, for people to build a family in order to pursue further studies.
I was about to say wow, but we kind of saw that in previous story quests.
One turns social. We've never even worked on a paper together for starters.
Oh, so the academic paper is the nexus of the academic family. Interesting.
This is pretty interesting.
I would think of us more as siblings. An equal and pure relationship, unaffected by academic considerations.
And it's really nice that they're not
As much as I'd
bringing
prefer not to
academics into
admit
it.
That statement is not inaccurate.
Oh my god, they literally see
I can
themselves as a
understand that
family.
position.
That's so sweet.
I have a younger sister myself,
Ha!
and it's only natural for me to be protective of her.
Flea mention!
What you described fits the idea of a city of learning, as I imagine it. The family is where all social relationships intersect. As such, a family founded on common goals may actually be more stable. By the way, who's the eldest between you?
I know, right?
Let's not go down this rabbit hole, please.
It's a
In
rabbit
terms
hole?
of age, I'm the eldest, of course. He just doesn't want to admit it.
Why is it a rabbit hole,
But your
Tinari?
mental age is younger than that. I dare say even by enough to be the youngest sibling. Perhaps I could bring Kale into this happy family to be your elder sister.
That's such a younger sibling thing to say, though. And what do you mean, bring Colleen into this happy family? She's already in it. That is your child.
No. You will never see me admit to being the youngest sibling. Except perhaps as a last-ditch effort to turn the tables in a game of cards.
That's also a very younger sibling thing. After bidding farewell to Sucrose and Kale, apparently, a long discussion was had. Hi! Oh, this is us!
Sucrose to it.
Cool,
Fingers
our
crossed
perspective.
all goes well for them. Now then, where should we go first? Let's try our luck at the bulletin board, shall we?
I wonder if that loading screen was so long because we had to leave the library.
Maybe we'll get lucky.
Wow, look at them walking away. That's really cool. Hi! Okay, bulletin board. Where even is the bulletin board? The one next to, the night where we turn in our reputation quest? What's her name? Starts with an H, and it's 4 letters long. But what are those letters? I do not know. Oh, the one outside the cat's tail. Lisa! And Mika and Bennett and Razor! Oh my god! Everyone we've mentioned.
Nice.
Maybe Lisa is in on it.
There's a load of people here.
She's recruited all of our suspects.
Huh? Even Lisa's here.
Hi everyone, long time no see.
Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while. How have you been?
We've been doing pretty well.
What are you doing sounding so formal?
Surprised, cuties. Is it because of me?
Yes, are you working?
Teacher is not at the usual place.
Isn't it weird, Razor?
Oh, please. It's not as if I'm glued to my chair. I like to get out for a little fresh air every once in a while. Mika's here today, so I thought it'd be a good time to introduce him to Bennett and Razor. They're all out and about quite often, so it's helpful for them to get to know one another.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mika.
Hi Mika, good to see you again.
I look forward to working with you.
No need to be so formal. We've known them for ages. They're cool.
Oh nice, got the
Windblume.
approval.
Fun?
Actually, we haven't gotten to the fun part yet. We've been busy investigating a prophecy.
A prophecy?
Casual
What
things you
kind?
can say in a fantasy
A
world.
good one or a bad one?
A good one. You explain the prophecy and tell everyone what you've learned so far.
Gosh, that all sounds quite fascinating.
Oh, don't you say that,
I can't
Lisa.
believe I made it onto your list of names. You really think I'll be able to help?
Right, as the reverse guide.
Believe in yourself. Right. Believe in yourself. You're a first-rate adventurer, Bennett.
Aw,
Okay, then in that case, I'll step up and present my thoughts on the matter.
his friends are so supportive.
Except I forgot I'm not really good at organizing my thoughts. Oops.
Well, just tell us what you're
There's no
thinking.
need to tell us all of your thoughts right here and now. Sucrose said she'll put a mailbox next to the crafting bench, so you can just write down your thoughts when they come to you, and drop them there.
Or you can use the mailbox,
A
of course.
meticulous and efficient plan. Yep, that sounds like sucrose.
Or
I
giving
will think
everyone homework
also.
on Windblume.
Give me some time.
You still have other people on your list that you need to go see, right? We should leave you to it. Don't worry about us. We'll drop off our letters at the mailbox as soon as we're done.
Thank you.
Okay, bye for now.
Bye.
Let's head over to Star Snatch Cliff next. Maybe we'll be able to find some people there.
Why would they be there?
Even if we don't find any familiar faces, you can see really far from up at the top. Maybe we can find people that way.
Don't you think they'll be too far away?
You're working so hard.
You have any
Do be
binoculars?
sure to get some rest when you can. If you get tired, you know you're always welcome to visit me for a break and a cup of tea.
And a hint, perhaps? I want to go visit her just to see what she has to say. At that moment, Sucrose and Collie arrived at Stormbearer Mountains. Whoa.
Where to next? Let me check my notes. Huh, this way.
Who are they looking for out here?
Got it. Kale, please follow me.
I would think Eula or Amber, but neither of them were mentioned. Who else was mentioned? Oh goodness, there were so many names thrown around. We've seen so many of them already. Hello, I see Amber. And treasure hoarders? Who are they? Klee! That's not a treasure hoarder, that's a Klee. And there's Eula. Is that Jean? No, it's Noelle! Of course, Noelle.
Oh, it's our lucky day. There are several people over there.
Oh my god, we have almost the entire Mondstadt cast in here.
Eula's with her too.
We're just missing Diluc, Jean, and Kaya. I think.
Oh, it's Sucrose! And Klee also spies
Oh, and Rosaria.
the girl with
And
the
Barbara.
long scarf.
Correct.
Kale, we were just talking about you.
So she's seen her before at
Right,
least.
I don't think you've been introduced to Noelle before. Kale, this is Noelle, maid of the Knights of Favonius.
Nice to meet you, Kale. I missed you the
Is
last
she
few
seriously
times
their
you were
only
in
support
Mondstadt,
staff?
so I'm
Really
glad
not.
to finally meet you in person.
I like her voice a lot.
Nice to meet you too, Noelle. My name is Kale. But you already knew that.
Relax, you two. There's no need to be so courteous. We're not on some kind of diplomatic mission here.
Eula is saying this? Wow.
What are you doing here? Are you planning to blast some fish?
Nope. Klee's on patrol with the other knights.
Klee's working.
Now that you mention it,
Wow.
it looks like everyone here is a Knight of Favonius except for Kale and me.
You're not part of the
I heard
Knights?
that there was a very young knight in the rings.
I thought she was on the
but
alchemy
it's still
team.
a surprise to see with my own eyes.
Kale, what do you do?
I'm a trainee forest ranger in the Avidia Forest.
Trainee?
It means I'm not officially a fully qualified forest watcher yet. I'm still learning.
Oh, you're just like me. I'm still working towards becoming a fully qualified knight.
Oh, cool.
Technically, though the distinction is hardly relevant right now. This isn't a very formal patrol. We're just chatting.
Don't panic, Kale. Just pick a topic and join the conversation. Don't panic. Whatever you do, don't panic. It's just Amber and her friends. There's no need to be nervous.
No, it seems like she's fine talking to
Let me guess.
kids.
Were you chatting about the new guests in town?
Had no trouble speaking
Yep.
with Klee.
A few folks from Sumeru have come to visit, so we're brainstorming a few nice surprises for them.
Oh, Klee could help with that.
Amber!
Sorry, at least I didn't say anything about what the surprises are.
Oh no. How am I supposed to join this conversation now? What do I say to that?
Help them
Speaking of
plan.
nice surprises, we've actually had a fairly big one recently.
The prophecy?
Surprise! Tell me!
I'm saved. Sucrose is giving me a lead-in. Now, I just need to follow on from what she's already started talking about.
Sucrose and Klee tell everyone about the nice surprise.
What an interesting prophecy. I have no idea what the answers could be, though.
So essentially, you're gathering information to help you solve the riddles, correct? I'll do my best to help.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Eula.
Anytime.
There's no need to answer right away. We'll put a mailbox next to the crafting bench for people to drop us a note once they've thought of something.
I'll drop something in there for sure.
Oh, I can't wait to
Nice
see what she
idea.
writes.
I think we can all commit to writing a note.
No, she'll probably
We'll see
draw a
what we can come
picture.
up with.
Max
Yep,
adorability.
Don't worry, you can count on us. But we do have to finish our patrol first.
What route are you taking today?
We started in the Stormbearer Mountains, and we'll end at the city gates. You'd be very welcome to join us, but it sounds like you're pretty busy with all this.
No. There's always next time. We'll join up with you after we're done working through this prophecy.
So, in a couple days, perhaps.
Yeah, so, We'll be on our way for now.
Are there any Dendro characters? Are there any Dendro characters in Mondstadt? Just thinking about Collei and, you know, how she was released with the Dendro element. And there's definitely some in Liyue. There's Yao Yao at least. Anybody else? Oh, Baiju, of course. But there's not even a single Mondstadt 4-star that's Dendro. Ooh. You know what that means? They've got an opportunity with this upcoming patch. Wonder if they'll release any Dendro character from Mondstadt. That's so bizarre. When was the last time Mondstadt got a new character? The newest Mondstadt character. Who would that be? Have there been any released since, like...
Are you okay, Collei?
Before 2.0?
Was it that obvious? No, not at all.
When did Eula get released?
It just looked like you had something on your mind. So that means it was obvious.
No, I think it means that you've already... I'm glad that they've already gotten to this point where Sucrose feels comfortable asking her about this and Collei feels comfortable answering. But I think it means their relationship has grown to the point where Sucrose can recognize her feelings. It might not be obvious for anyone else.
You can talk to me about it if you want. I'm happy to help.
Oh, look at that. You have another friend.
Sucrose. Well, the truth is, I don't really know how to act around Amber and the others.
Oh, but Amber adores you.
I thought you two were good friends. We are. Amber's a really important friend to me. I don't know. I guess if I'm being completely honest, the problem's probably with me. The first time I came to Mondstadt, I was really immature. I didn't want to let people in, and I was generally pretty awful to everyone.
You weren't immature.
Amber was the one person
you were
who didn't give up on
traumatized.
me. And if it wasn't for her persistence, I wouldn't have found a friend at all. Without Amber, I might not even be here today. And because of that, I really look up to her. I think of her as my role model, and hoped that maybe one day, I could learn to be like her.
It does make sense, though.
But after trying and failing...
She's comfortable writing to her through letters, but when she's there in front of her, she's, you know, she thinks so highly of her, it's hard to actually approach her.
For several years, I think I finally realized. I'm no Amber, and I never will be.
Oh, you don't have to be,
Looking
though.
back, it seems silly that I ever thought like that. We're nothing alike at all. My personality's so... weird. I always get so anxious and I overthink everything.
You're just like Sucrose.
Aw, Collei, don't say that. Sucrose? Would it be okay if I told you a bit about my past?
Oh, wow. You're really opening up. The two girls come to a stop at a place with some lovely scenery. As the breeze picks up, Collei tells her life story, from her childhood to her recent recovery from Elazar. She's quite the story, doesn't she? Oh, look at Sucrose's face!
I already knew bits and pieces about her, but still, why did she have to go through all that?
That's a really heavy story, isn't it?
I'm sorry. We've only just met and I'm already dumping all of this on you. This is why I get so frustrated at myself. I'm always doing this. I get into a spiral of self-doubt, and then I end up having to find somewhere to vent it all out. No, it's fine. I'm really glad that you're willing to tell me all this.
I think it's huge that she can vent it all out. She's comfortable enough, you know, finding someone that she can trust. She couldn't trust anyone before, but now she has multiple people in her life that she can vent to. I think that's wonderful. And look at this, you just met Sucrose like 3 days ago. And you're already this close to her. I think that's fantastic.
People don't open up about their deepest feelings unless they really trust the other person.
Yeah.
Don't you think? At least, I think it's kind of an honor.
And it's really good for you because instead of, you know, spiraling further into anxiety and fear and not knowing what to do, you can help ground yourself by talking to other people and you can get advice on what to do. So you don't feel so lost. You're doing amazing, Collei.
And, I mean, you've probably noticed by now, but I don't have the best social skills either. I always just end up talking about the things I'm interested in, and going on and on. even so, you still listen to me when I talk my head off about alchemy. It's a relief to listen to you talking about yourself for once.
Aww.
If you hadn't told me all of those things, I never would have guessed that you struggle so much. Honestly, I feel like we're very similar people. Really?
I would say so.
Yeah. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. I certainly do. All the feelings that you talked about just now, I totally get it. It takes so much more effort for us introverts to fit into a crowd. When you were saying about how you try to think about what to say in advance, and you're constantly terrified of saying the wrong thing and making things awkward, I relate to that so much. Oh, and also that part about studying under a genius.
See, you
In
found
fact,
a like mind.
Before meeting you, I'd never met anyone who seemed so similar to myself. Oh. I'm not very good at giving words of comfort or anything, and I'm not gonna tell you to just get over it or stop worrying about it. How about we just sit here for a little while? We don't have to force a conversation if we can't think of anything. We can just sit here together.
Aww. What a great response from Sucrose.
Sucrose has stopped talking, but for some reason, this doesn't feel awkward at all. Maybe she's right, and we're more similar than I realized.
Aww.
In Sumeru, I always like to find a quiet place to just sit and watch the scenery, but it's always by myself. I never thought there'd be a day when I could do this with someone else by my side.
Aww. You've made a really
Mondstadt's
good
breeze
friend.
is so gentle and soft. Hey, Kale. See that cloud over there? Doesn't it look like one of my test tubes?
Which one?
I don't think so. Sorry.
You're very honest yourself, aren't you?
Then, maybe we're not quite on the same wavelength on everything. At least, not when it comes to looking at clouds in the sky. Thank you, Sucrose. I feel much better after talking to you.
Now I'm really curious about Sucrose's backstory.
It helps a lot, doesn't it? I also vent to my flasks sometimes. The next time I get the chance, I have to show you my Tetratanic Sweet Flower and my Tetratanic Windblume. Your Tetra... what? 2 of my favorite things I've made. They're really cool. I think you might like them.
She does study plants too.
Okay. Yeah, you'll definitely have to show them to me sometime.
Oh.
I brought some crackers with me. You want one? There's cheese flavor or tomato flavor. Sure. I'll try the cheese one.
Wow.
Aw, look! They're enjoying the scenery together.
That's adorable.
Shall we go play with them?
No, it's fine. Let them sit for a while.
What a polite child you
We're
are,
not
Klee.
what Kale needs right now. She needs a new friend. Someone different, who's never met her before.
Because of course Amber's goal this Windblume was to introduce Klee to new people.
Is there a difference?
There is. You'll understand once you're a little older, Klee. People can draw different kinds of strength from different kinds of friends. And right now, Kale needs someone that's just not the same old me.
Wow, Amber. Her social intelligence is so good. On the other side, the cold winds sing shrill across the face of Star Snatch Cliff. Amber is such a supportive friend. I adore her. I love how they teleported us in behind those hilly trolls. We didn't have to fight them. Nice, nice. Get them in. Get the Cecilias! Yes! Yes! Makes my heart happy.
Star Snatch Cliff! We made it! Paimon hopes we find someone we need here.
This is such a random place to
Help! I beg you,
Is it
please don't let
Timaeus?
go!
be. Right? Oh. Rosaria. Is she Batmaning that man?
Let's hurry and take a look.
Or no, it says don't let go, so she's trying to save him, but she's a little stuck.
Timaeus? And we also have Rosaria and Mona?
And Mona?
What kind of mishmash ensemble is this?
A very faded one
Good
for
question.
this event.
What kind of a motley crew is this?
It's been a while, Traveler.
Mona lampshading. Greetings, everyone, and happy Windblume.
You two are looking pretty good. I trust you've been well.
Yep, we're definitely faring a lot better than this poor guy on the ground.
It's so long since I've seen
please
Mona.
Don't rub salt in my wound. I really have been trying my best.
Are you trying to win over
You don't
Yangar's
want to
heart?
talk. If this sister hadn't grabbed you in time, then you would have been seriously hurt, if not dead.
I bet he was trying to get a Windblume.
I know.
Cecilia.
I really am grateful, miss. I can't thank you enough.
And the wind blew him away?
Don't mention it. Just lending a hand.
What are you doing here, Rosario?
Literally. And had she not lent him a hand and pulled him up, he would have gone tumbling down the cliffside.
What happened? Did Timaeus almost fall off the cliff?
Yes.
Well, so what actually happened was I came to Star Snatch Cliff today to pick some flowers and ran into Mona on the way. She took a look at her scry glass and advised me to turn back because it would be dangerous.
He kept going, so she followed.
You still came up here anyway?
Yes, I did, because there's something I just had to do.
He's trying to prove his love,
I
Paimon.
hardly think giving flowers to your crush is worth throwing one's life away for.
It's rare to run into someone with a death wish in this area.
I don't have a death wish. I just didn't think it would really come true. I mean, when Mona said it would be dangerous, I thought I'd be fine as long as I watched my step cautiously. I'm sorry, okay? I was wrong. I'm telling you, I'm just here chasing the love of my life. Love-struck Mondstadters is what the Windblume Festival's all about.
Okay.
He sounds very proud.
You. But why is Rosaria here?
Yeah, what's Rosaria doing here?
I was looking for a quiet place to escape the crowds. I wasn't planning on having to save a life along the way.
So that's why the scry glass just showed danger instead of fatal danger.
A beautiful shot.
Very funny. Anyway, Traveler and Paimon, what brings the two of you to Star Snatch Cliff?
Just trying our luck. We've got a lot of people we need to see today, so we've been all over the place. Actually, you're some of the people we were looking for.
Huh?
I love how our strategy was to literally just wander around until we find the people we need, and it worked.
I see.
Only in Mondstadt.
So all we'll need to do is find some clues, make a note, and drop it off at the mailbox?
If you don't mind.
I can't believe there's a prophecy like this, let alone that I have a part to play in it. Oh, I guess this means everyone will find out about my crush now.
Everyone already knows, I assure
came
you.
here because I wanted to give some Cecilias to the girl I love. They'll really suit her. She's...
No one asked. Do not subject us to your gushing about your girlfriend.
You saw right through me.
You said you need clues, right? Well, in that case, Mona Magistus the astrologist will provide you with a personally handwritten letter. Just wait for it to show up in your mailbox.
I actually can't wait to see what she comes
You
up
can be on your
with.
way now. We won't keep you any longer.
Alright, then let's head back for now and meet up with everyone else.
Bye for now, everyone. Timaeus, please
Will
try to
do.
stay safe.
This is all so embarrassing. Thank you both.
I really want Mona to try to do some astrology on the situation and see what comes up. Alrighty. Back to the city? Ooh, look at the little mailbox.
We're back! Oh, but it looks like you two beat us.
Welcome back. Did everything go well?
Yep, we managed to find and talk to everybody.
How about you guys?
We got back a little early, so we took some time just now to put the mailbox together.
It's so cute.
We got really lucky today. The vendors were feeling super generous, so we didn't even need to pay for the materials. It's just a shame that Kale got a splinter.
Oh.
Don't worry about me. I'm used to working in the rainforest. I get splinters all the time. I've already taken care of it.
Of course, she's
already
learning
wrapped
how
up
to do some
everything on
healing
our
too as a
to-do list
forest
for today.
ranger, so.
So, all we need to do now is wait for everyone's letters to arrive. Traveler, Paimon, why don't you get some rest while I keep an eye on the mailbox?
You're definitely your master's student, Sucrose. As long as you or Albedo are around, and know that everything's taken care of.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Wait. Actually, there's one thing that still needs taking care of. Paimon's starving. Hey, Traveler, you wanna get dinner? Your treat.
Alright, I guess I better go get Paimon some food.
Return the leftover materials to the vendors. You two, go get a proper meal. We can't have anyone going hungry.
But seriously, Paimon, are you okay?
Now would be a good time for a break.
Why are you so hungry?
Once everything is ready, let's meet up here again and collate all the information we've gathered.
Oh! Person!
Sounds like a plan.
I was going to say, is Paimon growing maybe? Ha ha ha. But person! It looked like an NPC model, but not the design I've ever seen. Who is that? A clue at our mastermind? Or... I would guess Yingar was definitely not her. Somebody else somehow involved? Oh.
Paimon will have this one, and this one, ooh, and this one.
You hear that? It's the sound of Mora pouring out of my wallet.
Paimon's really hungry. And don't forget, Paimon's also ordering for you, too.
Oh, are you?
Paimon's gonna eat everything by herself.
I stand corrected, apparently. Now that Paimon mentions it, you realize that you two are ravenous. Maybe I'm growing. The two of you stuff your faces.
Ooh,
Close up, Paimon.
Paimon is super full.
It feels pretty good to just relax and take in the scenery after all that great food.
Is everything packed up and ready? What do you think about meeting up at 5 to go to my house?
Yes, everything's ready. I've packed some great wine and smoked ham. Oh, your parents will love it.
We're on a picnic?
Ham? Look, we've known each other for quite some time now. Don't you think it's been long enough for you to remember that we only eat bacon in my house?
Uh-oh. Better find some bacon.
I must remember to get some milk today on my way home. Please, feel free to pay a visit to Cat's Tail anytime.
Wow, we're people watching. Is somebody going to come
Enjoying
join
the
us?
scenery?
Hi.
Tone Deaf Bard, are you here for some food as well?
Did we order something for you?
Oh, I can put something on your tab? Well, that's a pity. I already had a few drinks before coming here.
Want some
I shall
food?
take you up on your kind offer another day. There should be no shortage of opportunities in the future.
Well, at least he's being
Anywho,
responsible.
You should be getting ready
Not
to
having
thank
more.
Me. I come bearing good news.
Oh yeah?
What kind of good news?
What do you have for us, Venti?
Behold!
The location of the lamp? It looks like a paper with a simple map and something like an incantation on it. It's the
what
map!
you need the most right now. The answer to the prophetic puzzle.
Oh.
Simply head to the location marked on the map and you'll find the lantern you've been looking for. However, if I were you, I wouldn't just go and reveal the secret right away. As you've seen, a lot of people have been laboring hard to uncover the answer.
Oh, we're getting roped into the secret, are we?
It's like a well-aged brew. The aroma from the bottle is sweetest when revealed in the company of friends.
I understand. I will happily join this gaming
I'll
side.
leave you to your business for now. Feel free to find me for a chat again once you're done working through the prophecy.
Well, thank you for the assist.
Also, if you have some time, we could organize another fast-track love poem class.
Oh, you're starting that up again?
I
Just
sure
like last
am.
year.
Nobody else has signed up this year, though, so the duty to learn falls on you.
Oh no, nobody signed up?
Anyway, see you later.
I love all the greenery in the city for the festival.
Venti
I'm sad.
always looks so relaxed whenever we run into him.
Nobody signed up.
Paimon can't help but be jealous.
We have to go attend his class, Paimon.
Excuse me, if you don't mind.
It's you.
Could I chat with you for a moment?
Please do.
Oh? Who are you?
You
Is
may
that-
call me Scarlet.
A Shneznaya outfit?
Just like you, I'm a traveler visiting Mondstadt from another land.
Hi,
Mind
Scarlet.
if I buy you a drink?
You're wearing a lot of fur and warm clothes. I'm not drinking today,
Leaving
but
the
thank you
door
for
open
offering.
another time, I see. I can tell that you've dealt with a lot of people during your travels.
And what business do you have with us?
Well, we are very experienced adventurers after all.
I can. That's why I tried to strike up a conversation with you in the first place.
What do
I
you
was
need?
on my way to go shopping earlier when I overheard your conversation next to the crafting bench. From what I could gather, you are trying to investigate a bizarre prophecy?
Yes.
Bizarre is definitely the word.
Don't you think it sounds just like the kind of story that would happen in Mondstadt? Anyway, that's why I wanted to ask you a favor. If and when you manage to unravel the answer to the prophecy, could you let me know what it is?
Are you interested in it too?
Not so much the prophecy itself, but Mondstadt as a nation. That's what I'm interested in.
Interesting.
I was born in a distant land, but I have family and friends who once lived in Mondstadt for a long time.
Oh, hello, Celestia.
They said that it's a great place full of fairy tales and romance and recommended that I come for a visit. As it happens, someone I know has an anniversary coming up soon. So I figured this would be a good time to come here and see all the sights that she once saw.
What does that have to do with an anniversary?
So far.
See all the sights that—
An anniversary coming up soon, so I figured this would be a good time to come here and see all the sights that she once saw? Is she here with you, or is this like an anniversary of her passing?
She once saw.
What do you think about
strange.
Mondstadt so far?
It certainly lives up to its name as the city of romance and freedom.
The city of romance now, is it?
So cute.
So, about the prophecy.
I'll let you know if we find the answer.
Thank you. You're very friendly. It's been a real pleasure to meet you. I'll leave it to you then. I hope you continue to enjoy the city and have a wonderful day.
Well, that was suspicious. Who's your friend? What kind of anniversary?
Definitely isn't dressed like a local, huh? Where do you think her hometown could be?
Someplace cold?
Please find me a flower that is not of this world, and a guide who will never get lost.
How do you know the prophecy?
Find me one who would never lie, as well as a legend that never ends.
You must have been listening in on us for a while to know it. I think she's Fatui.
I never thought I'd have someone secretly following me, even in a free city like Mondstadt.
Even in a free city like Mondstadt. So maybe she's
Good day,
a dissident. In Shneznaya. People are watching her even there. Nice response, wasn't it, Rosario? A riddle amidst the crowds. Intriguing. I like the spins. Venti's note! Oh, take a look at the map. Yes. Wait. Let's look at what they have. Oh, cool. Wow. Bunch of different signatures. Super neat. Do they have it? They do. They do. Festing Desire and Cinnabar Spindle. They've got both. Ooh, look at what Kuki's on. That must be an event specific from Inazuma. It's like the one that I have. A lot of these I do recognize. I don't know what Gordo's on. That's interesting. I'm looking for a sacrificial sword. Xingqiu. R5 too. Goodness me. Dunling on the catch. They've done Sarumi, or at least they've started it. They've got the pinion. They must have high mood. Ooh, they've even started the desert. We can't look at it? Venti. Oh, birthday cake. Cute. Yeah, they have the, they must have high reputation in Sumeru. They've got the free thing. Facing the opposite direction this time. Yeah, lower a little bit. Wait, are those the vague mountains that will one day be Fontaine? Ooh. Oh, cool. Never seen those before. How neat.
It's time! Let's go meet Sucrose and Kale at the crafting bench.
There they are. I want to know the secret. I can't believe they didn't let us read the map. I want to at least know where the location is.
Traveler, Paimon, great timing. We got a lot of letters in the mailbox, and I just finished sorting them into 4 groups.
Very diligent, very organized.
Well, the real work hasn't even started yet. Which batch of letters should we read through first?
Where can we find a lantern in Mondstadt? Lampgrass? Maybe? A giant lampgrass? Clue board! Ooh. Read notes about the flower, the guide, the never lie, and the legend. Let's go in order. About the flower that is not of this world, we have Tainari, Albedo, Sucrose, and other. Oh, well, the others. Ooh, wow, how pretty! From Tainari. After our conversation the other day, I went over the prophecy's wording carefully. A flower that is not of this world sounds more like a logical paradox. Think about it. If a flower is not of this world, its existence cannot be perceived. However, if it can be perceived, it will not fit the description of the prophecy. As such, my view is that the riddle's answer doesn't have to be a real plant. However, I must also note, with all due respect, that the person who came up with this riddle may not know all the plants in the world, and I dare say that no one could make such a claim. From this perspective, you could even think of some rare plants as potential candidates for the answer. Very good in-character answer from Tainari. I want to see what Albedo has to say. Oh, there's more! Attached is a list of rare plant species. I've added a short description to each entry, and I hope you can find your answer within them. Best wishes to you. Cute! The little dandelions and the Cecilias. Are there any wind wheels? Yeah, down at the bottom there. Hi, Dari! I wonder if they'll all be plant themed, or if this one's just plant themed because it's the plant one. It was very Mondstadt themed in general. Yeah, it's a Mondstadt theme. A flower that is not of this world doesn't sound like an existing species or something created through specialized cultivation techniques. With that noted, I believe we should think out of the box. After reviewing what I've learned over the years, I've now reached a conclusion. Sucrose also came to discuss her thoughts with me. She hasn't yet decided on an answer at the moment of me writing this letter, so I won't be revealing my own conclusion right now. We can discuss it in detail when we meet, and I hope everyone else will bring their respective answers too. I'll see you then. You're seriously not going to tell us? You're also going to keep your secrets today, Albedo? Why would you do this to us? But I guess that means he's going to get one and bring it with him the next time we see him. Okay, something to look forward to. Sucrose's letter! It feels strange to insert a letter into the mailbox that I made myself, but I did find my answer. At first, I thought that a flower created using alchemy would constitute one that is not of this world, according to the prophecy. But after giving it some more thought, I realized that, instead of creating an actual plant, a flower-shaped mechanism made of alchemical products might fit the description better. So I arrived at my conclusion, a clock in the shape of a flower. The long passage of life brushes past the timepiece, leaving fluttering petals in its wake. The elapsing years stir up the leaves, pushing the needle of time forward. How poetic. Very Mondstadtian of you, Sucrose. From Sucrose. Ooh, did you make it? Or do you just have an idea for it? I want to see it. A guide. Mona's letter. No one can confidently say that they will never get lost, but as long as their wish to guide and help others does not waver, they will become a ship that can traverse the waves eternally. I didn't perform any divination before writing this letter, but I have a feeling that I will witness the truth behind the prophecy together with you all. So if you need me, just call on me at my place. I'll be there. From Mona. Wow, Mona's voice is really fun to do. It's fun for me to listen to, at least. But it's so similar to Cloud Retainers, it's hard to make them different. At least my imitations of them definitely don't sound too similar to Mona. Did I unpause? Did I not unpause? No, I unpaused. Music must have just stopped. Read Bennett's letter. I've been thinking about this for a long time. Before you came to me with this prophecy, it never even crossed my mind that I could be a part of this. Well, as you all know, I am probably the last person you'd think of when it comes to guiding others. I still have a long way to go, and I'm still trying to figure out how to peacefully coexist with everything in this world. But if you're asking me about who can be of help, my friend Fischl and her friend Mona, the astrologist, are both very knowledgeable and brave. I'd say they're probably the ones you're looking for. And that's my answer. Wishing you all good luck. From Bennett. Yay, he mentioned Fischl! I realized that I forgot about Fischl earlier. We haven't seen Fischl yet. Whose is this? Amber. Guide is too grand a title for me, but I'd love to be everyone's friend. It's something I think I'm good at, and I'm an attentive listener, so do let me know when you feel lost. To use an analogy, I'm like a torch out in the wilds that will help illuminate everyone's path so long as it continues to burn bright. Everything written below is not meant for Kali. Dear Kali, if you're reading this, please turn away. I've been worried about Kali lately. She's recovered from the illness, but she still doesn't look all that cheerful. It feels like she still has things she can't let go of. Allow me to write down my wish here. I hope that Kali can uncover the secret behind the prophecy and find her happiness. Wherever she is and whoever she becomes, I'll always be her friend, no matter what. We're not the savior and the saved, but simply good friends. From Amber. That is so sweet. She is such a supportive friend. Oh my god. From Mika. I hope this letter finds you all well. I didn't expect to be asked such a question, which caused quite a headache at first. I only know how to guide people in the geological sense, but on the journey of life, I'm still the lost kid who needs the guidance of others. But upon seeing your question, I immediately know what I can help with. I tried drawing a map showing vegetation distribution for Mr. Tainari and Miss Colley, as well as a dragon spotting calendar for Mr. Sino. Both are attached below. A dragon spotting calendar? That's a thing you can get in Mondstadt? I love it. I love how it sounds like Dvalin's more out and about these days as well. I'm glad he's feeling better from the days of Storm Terror. In the next few days, I will need to patrol with the captain and draw laps for Miss Lisa, so I can only support you with my well wishes. My apologies. Please forgive me. I hope the map and the list will be of some help to you. From Mika. Drawing maps for Miss Lisa, are you? What kind of maps does Miss Lisa need? Strange. Maps of all the people who have rented her books. Other letters? We are on to the one who would never lie. We have letters from Sino! You are correct to assume that I seldom lie. This has to do with my upbringing. As a desert dweller who has been living within the academia since my childhood, my unusual identity makes it hard for others to trust me. And it would have been harder still if I was not honest. As a result, I learned to talk less and speak no more than what is necessary. Oh, Sino. Wow, we are really getting a lot of insight into Sino this time. Uncovering the secret behind the prophecy may come with its perils. If you need someone who would never lie, I can join you. Read Rosaria's. I must make one thing clear first. I am not someone who would never lie. After hearing your question, I thought about many things in the past in earnest and recalled many occasions upon which I lied. I often make up excuses to avoid choir practice. I also tell white lies too, sometimes to make myself happy. Oh. And other times to allow myself to give up on some struggles. The nicest lie I've ever come up with is the one I told Varka, that I didn't want to stay in Mondstadt. Varka responded with another lie, and that was his advice to me. Your current abilities are not suited to life beyond Mondstadt's borders. I can't be the answer to this question, but I suggest that you consider what never lying actually means. Does it mean to never deceive, or to never lie with ill intent? It's a pity that I'm not the one you're looking for, but I believe that someone who meets the requirements will turn up. Good luck. From Rosaria. Wait, that's super interesting. Insight into Rosaria and Varka. Because we know that he's kind of a parental figure to her. Wow. He basically encouraged her to stay by lying to her, she says. That's nice. I'm glad it seems that she has found a home here. From Razor! I asked my teacher Lisa to write this letter. It's much better than the ones I wrote. Many thanks. I don't lie. I trust you. Come to me when you need me. I will always be there for you. Razor. Razor! He's such a good kid. Oh my god. What a pure soul. A legend that never ends. Who do we have letters from? Lisa. Legends were created by humans. In that sense, no legend endures forever, and all stories must end in regret someday. Really? All stories? Okay. But as long as a good story lives in people's hearts, it does in some way live forever. That's the conclusion I've come to after years of reading, anyway. Best of luck, little cuties. From Lisa. Couldn't resist. Had to slip it in there at the end, didn't you? From Clee. Mom writes travel guides, but she did have friends who wrote Oh? Mom writes travel guides, but she did have friends who wrote fairy tales, so Clee's heard that a story its author spends their whole life writing will always be a good one. Wow! Why is that in past tense? Also, fairy tales. Now that is interesting in the context of this world. Or they could just be fairy tales, but I choose to believe that that's something interesting. So Clee's heard that a story its author spends their whole life writing will always be a good one. Oh, wait, this is so sweet. Thank you, Clee. Fairy tales. We did find this prophecy in a fairy tale book, didn't we? Collie writes, I think a legend that never ends should be a story filled with hopes and dreams. It works like a baton that's passed on from one person to the next, offering something meaningful to everyone that it touches. I was once greatly encouraged by such stories, so I think I'll be going with this answer. Right? That's something what I've been kind of thinking of since the beginning. It's a feeling or a story or a legend that it never ends because it's passed on from person to person. Like a Windblume, or the story behind the Windblooms. I like that idea. Alright, we've read everything. Oh, wanted to reread. From Collie. And we're done. Alrighty, what do you think, guys?
Let me quickly summarize what we found out about a flower that is not of this world. Tainari believes that on closer examination it might be logically paradoxal, while Albedo says that his answer would be better discussed at length in person.
How could you say such a thing, Albedo?
As for my answer,
my curiosity!
I think a clock in the shape of a flower would constitute one that is not of this world.
It's interesting that she went with a
Here's
clock.
what we've gathered regarding a guide who will never get lost. Mona said that she'd like to join us in uncovering the secret behind the prophecy, while Bennett suggests Fischl, Mona, or the Traveler as potential candidates. Mika didn't submit much, but he did draw a vegetation map for Master Tainari and wrote up a dragon spotting calendar for Sino.
He was trying to be helpful.
Amber also wrote in. She said that she sees herself as nobody's guide, but everybody's friend.
As for one who would never lie, Rosaria removed herself from consideration, but both Razor and Sino are willing to support us in our search. Timaeus seems to have forgotten to write to us.
I love everybody who showed up,
And finally,
willing to help.
This is what we've gathered on a legend that never ends. Kali said that her mom has a number of friends who like to write storybooks.
She sure did.
Misa believes that legends live forever in people's hearts. I think that for a legend to be never-ending, it has to be filled with hopes and dreams, and actively pass from one person to the next.
Yeah, that might avoid Lisa's regretful ending, you know?
Four riddles, then. You're really smart, Paimon. I bet you can figure it all out in no time.
Or
Yeah, Paimon, what do you think?
let's all share our thoughts on what we think the answers might be.
No, okay. Are we going to have a big group discussion? Go find everybody else.
Wait for me!
Oh, Timaeus! Do you have your letter?
What brings you here?
I'm sorry, I really am. The time just got away from me and I didn't get around to writing that letter. However, I'm happy to announce that I think I can be the one who would never lie.
Because you swore not to.
This is kind of sudden.
But what about before that?
Not that we don't trust you, Timaeus, but, could you elaborate a little after you catch your breath?
Of course, of course. Do you still remember the time I, collaborated with a certain Miss Ying-ar?
Remind me.
Well, basically, she helped me out a lot with my research into potion making once, and, well, we've stayed in touch through letters ever since.
Okay, so that's how they met.
So Ying-ar is the girl from Lila that Sucrose mentioned earlier?
She sure is.
We always assumed you were hard at work every time we saw you at the crafting bench. So you've just been writing letters to Ying-ar the whole time?
He doesn't work?
No, well, I mean,
Well, he's
not
there?
all the time. I've done some work too.
Some work?
And anyway, our correspondence covers a lot of serious topics, like perfumes, potions, alchemy.
I guess he's prioritizing what he wants to
A few
prioritize
months
in
ago,
life.
I made a vow to the heavens that I will be true to myself and never utter an insincere word until the day that I've managed to win Miss Ying-ar's heart.
Why would you start lying again, though?
At Star Snatch Quiz,
Why don't you just keep being honest?
picking Cecilia's as a gift for Ying-ar?
Well, that's right. The Cecilia flower is said to represent a once wayward heart, transformed by the power of love.
Oh, really?
I couldn't think of a better flower to give than that.
I want to hear more about
I know
that.
full well that Miss Ying-ar is far more knowledgeable than I in both
Wonder
the
if we need
ways of the
Cecilia's
world
now.
and the ways of our craft, but I thought I should make the effort for once and put myself out there. Which brings me to the subject of the last few days and the Windblume Festival. I thought it was time for me to invite Miss Ying-ar to Mondstadt. But yesterday, Albedo told me that Sucrose has been working hard to help another girl achieve her dream.
Huh?
And
Did you
when
never
I
tell
went
her?
to take a look at our roster, I saw that she'd done my remaining work for me. I feel incredibly guilty. I've been spending all of my time in my own fantasy world while everyone else has been bending over backwards to help other people. How could I ever hope to be worthy of Miss Ying-Ar's love if I'm so selfish?
Oh, Timaeus.
And that's why I've decided to join you.
But then what about Ying-Ar? Yeah, haven't you been planning this for over a month now? You said you were gonna invite her to Mondstadt.
Might be a little upset if you cancel on her.
I did mention in my letters that I'd like her to visit, which is why I just sent her another gift with my hand-picked Windblooms, along with a handwritten letter. I explained that a matter of great importance has presented itself to which I must devote my full attention for the time being. As soon as it's resolved, I'll make haste to Larua to pick her up in person. I made sure to package the gift and letter with the greatest care. All I can do now is hope that she'll understand. Point being, please know that I sincerely want to support you in this endeavor. Plus, I think I'm an honest person. As far as I recall, I don't think I've told a single lie in my life.
So then, what value does your vow have?
Time on with that speech. Don't worry, Timaeus. We won't let your determination go to waste.
I guess his vow is more like,
Thank you, Timaeus.
I will be honest with myself about my
Thank you,
feelings
everyone.
in order
I
to win her
promise
heart,
to do
you know?
everything I can to help.
Not run from them.
Okay.
Turns
so
out he's an
looks like we
honest
found
guy.
One who would never lie.
Great.
Great. Let's keep it up. On to the other three.
After some discussion, the group decides on a final pick for each part of the prophecy. Everyone gathers.
We'll do the
Hey!
Ahem. We have with us here the flower, the guide, the legend, and Timaeus. Why did you only say Timaeus' name? You should say my name too. All right. We also have Klee. That's me.
Most adorable thing I've ever
Klee
seen.
here. This all somehow feels like we're getting ready for a field trip.
Yeah, Mona, Klee, and
There's
Albedo.
nothing wrong with a more relaxed
Half the
atmosphere,
cast
is
of
there?
that summer. Albedo, have you
course.
figured out your answer?
We will soon see if my hypothesis has any merit.
Actually, I'm still feeling a little nervous.
Don't worry.
Me too.
But weren't you all fired up just a moment ago?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's do this.
Actually, I'm a little worried too. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
I mean, if we get it wrong, we
I
could
know what you're
try
feeling.
again, presumably.
Saying anything becomes so much harder when there are so many people watching.
Well, does anyone know the exact location of where we're headed, or should I do a reading on my scry glass?
Oh, please, Miss Guide.
According to the prophecy, once we've figured out the answer, we should test it at the Lantern of Utmost Joy. Wait, but where is this lantern?
Utmost joy.
About that.
I've already found out where it is.
What?
You make up a story about how you discovered the location by divining the wind.
That's amazing. You really know how to do everything under the sun.
I mean, we did ask
Then
the
we'll let
wind.
you lead the way.
Follow me.
This is it. We're off to find the sacred location of the Lantern of Utmost Joy.
Utmost joy. Like, important locations in Mondstadt are like Windblume, the temple. Where is it? Falcon Coast? I'm still thinking of Lampgrass. What's over there? You could think of Data Upa Gorge with the giant fiery pot. Is it up the cliff or down the cliff? Apparently up, because our distance is decreasing. Huh. I don't know if I've ever been over here. Well, I've probably been over here, but I don't remember the last time I was over here.
According to the map,
Is
it
over
should
here.
be somewhere around here.
Let me take a look. Oh, it should be right up ahead.
I respect them making sure we've heard all the dialogue. Okay, we are close to Data Upa Gorge. In the big cooking pot.
Aw, I don't see any lanterns here.
Could it be a lantern that we release?
Now that I think about it, the prophecy didn't say anything about what the Lantern of Utmost Joy actually looks like,
We're holding
right?
paper.
Maybe we've overlooked something? Traveler,
Are you trying to figure out something else from the paper?
Exactly. Auntie's note here says we should look up and seek the answer from the sky.
Too. Huh? It says to look up.
Cloud?
But there's nothing above
Stars?
The wind didn't trick us, did it?
The slip also says now you should recite the incantation.
Squirrel on the
I'm on.
back of the
Take a look at this.
cat, and a pious puppy will open the doors to show you the way. Huh. Paimon read the whole thing out loud, but nothing's happening.
Oh?
Look! The wind is blowing!
Where did that come from?
Strong wind current. Let's write it up and see where it leads us.
Did we actually activate an incantation?
We'll have to fly up there? Can someone carry me with them?
Or did we just get the attention of the wind? Oh, cool. He doesn't have a wind glider, does he? Oh, but I don't know if you're allowed to carry him. He's definitely more than 5 pounds. Also, there's a floating island that wasn't there before. How mysterious. What is it? What is it with Mondstadt events and just getting new islands? Really, Timaeus? You're from Mondstadt. You've never... Ooh. It's like a little tea party. You've never flown before? Let's see. Oh, look at that. Very gingerly flying in. Oh, lighting change. Pretty.
How did this little island get up here in the sky? Did somebody make it?
Or did somebody
Just
make it
to be
float?
safe, I've been jotting down our entire route here. This way, no one will get lost.
Oh, good thinking, Kale.
I mean, it's kind of hard to miss this place, but good thinking, Colleen.
This kind of table here.
Wow, how pretty.
Weird. It's almost as if someone was holding a tea party.
Lots of books, Windwheel
I never would
Asters.
have guessed that such a place could exist. Right above Mondstadt, too.
And it's supposed to grant a wish somehow.
Wow, look at that pretty lantern on the table.
Oh, is that the Lantern of Joy?
Chair for each side of the lantern, too.
It's very pretty.
There seems to be something on the back of this chair. Let me have a closer look.
What is this place? What's it say? Is it a name? Who does this place belong
Take
to?
your seat, present your answers, and you shall reach enlightenment.
Okay, definitely not.
As far as instructions go, I guess that's simple enough.
I don't think this is Lisa's style.
We just need to do as it says, right?
Wait a second.
Because one of my theories was it was Lisa and Amber. I don't think this is Lisa's style. This is too much. Love you, Lisa. This is too much work for her to go into. She would get people to reach their conclusions just by themselves without this whole tea party thing. But this is so stylish. Honestly, it seems like Alice's style with a new island that's very Alice and a whole setup on it, like in the summer event. What is this place?
So we just need to do as it says, right?
Wait a second.
Ooh.
Huh? What is it, Albedo?
We'd better make sure this place is safe before taking our seats. Everyone, please stay clear for a moment.
Thank you for being sensible. Everyone vigilantly watches as Albedo conducts a thorough investigation of the space.
Questions and doubts aside,
Mona's doing astrology.
here is pretty amazing. It'd be impossible to feel stressed here.
What do you see, Mona?
How is everything, Albedo?
You can hear her doing it.
Everything seems to be fine. I didn't find any traps or suspicious mechanisms.
Is that teacup full?
But I also couldn't find
It's
any
warm.
overt destructive devices.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, it seems that wrong answers won't have any catastrophic
Oh,
consequences.
jeez, I wasn't even considering
Looks
that.
like we'll have to sit on these chairs and fulfill the prophecy. Everyone,
Look at all the flowers.
I would like to suggest that we try some risky answers on our first attempt. Let's reserve our most confident answers for the second round.
Oh, interesting.
That sounds kind of smart. But why?
Testing to see if there is a right answer.
I get what he
Testing
means.
to see what will happen.
If we do as he says, then we may be able to figure out how the puzzle works.
This is so cool. I don't know what's going on,
That makes a lot of sense.
but this is really cool. A Leonard song.
Is there something wrong? You're not looking too good.
Oh, are you hungry? I brought some snacks.
What did your divination reveal?
Thank you for offering Klee, but that's not quite it. While Albedo was checking just now, I gave my scryglass a spin hoping to find some information.
And what happened?
But there's a strange aura to this place. It's almost as if someone has been staring at me as soon as we stepped foot in here.
It's me.
But
No.
if nothing
Okay.
here has actually been physically tampered with, then no. Could that person be?
I would say, okay, so maybe somebody's scrying on her. The nervousness in her voice makes me think, do you think she thinks it's her teacher?
Could that person be?
Because her teacher could almost certainly scry as well. Because they must have taught her how to scry. Mona just shivered. Did she sense... Wait, sorry. Did she sense some kind of great power?
What do you mean, Mona? Who could it be?
Or could it be Alice?
Never mind. It's not like I've got any proof.
What are your suspicions?
Like this, Mona.
Oh yeah, what's Albedo's answer?
Do what Albedo said.
Yes. Let's test the hypothesis together, Klee.
Oh.
Come on, join us, Mona.
Oh, all right.
Please,
Okay.
it's so adorable.
Then I'll answer the first question. If someone were to ask me to find a flower that is not of this world...
We need to sit down.
You can do it, Sucrose.
Wrong answers only, please.
Then I would fetch a tetragenic sweet flower.
There we go.
All right, I'm up next. My part of the prophecy is to find a guide who will never get lost.
Kali, I hope you found your answer.
Oh, he's smiling.
My answer is that I will be that guide. For a long time, I have been guided by others.
I thought we were doing wrong
It's
answers,
taken me a
though.
while, but I finally made it to where I am today.
That's such a sweet
Although I
answer.
still haven't made a name for myself, and I'm still quite immature, I would still like to put my name forward. Because I would like to become a guide that can help others.
Aww.
I want to help others the same way Amber, Master Tainari, Sino, and everyone else helped me. Now it's my turn to pass on the gift that I've been given.
That's so sweet. And that's not even her real answer?
It's up to me to answer the third part. I'll submit myself as one who would never lie. Although I've never really had any other virtues or talents, I'm confident that I've always been an honest person.
Witchcraft Island in the
I'd
background.
like to thank everyone, too, for giving me this opportunity to validate myself.
And last but not least, I will answer the final part of the prophecy.
So why are Klee and Albedo here?
There's no tale more befitting
Why am
the
I
title
here?
of a legend that never ends than our fates as human beings.
Wait, the lantern just lit up!
It did. It looks really pretty.
All four sides of the lantern are glowing! Huh?
Oh. But all we did was submit a batch of test answers.
Kali, could I ask you to stand up for a second?
Oh, all right.
Oh, her light went out. Oh. Even though he sat down, the light came back.
What's going on? Why is it lighting up regardless of who's sitting in the chair? Didn't it say we have to answer all the questions correctly?
I thought it just said we had to present an
It's pretty
answer.
clear now, isn't it? We've just proven that there is no right answer for this prophecy.
Exactly.
No right answer? But how could that be?
The point is the journey.
Although the instructions
The
had come
reflection.
from an old and enigmatic prophecy, it is in fact nothing like the ancient mechanism that we had all imagined it to be. I believe the lantern only serves as a simple signal.
That... Oh! Scarlet?
And to think, I never expected you to actually find this place.
Is this your island?
What? There's someone else here?
Hello.
We meet again, traveler.
Hi.
Hey, you're that Outlander we met the other day at Good Hunter.
You have interesting eyes.
all thanks
Wait,
to
that phonograph, it's just like, the one that Alice used on the island.
That Outlander we met the other day at Good
But what about Scarlet?
It's all thanks to you that I was able to find this place.
Oh, she was looking for this
Good
place,
thing
of
that you were too
course.
preoccupied with the prophecy to notice someone tailing you from the shadows.
She is a Fatui spy.
Oh, is that so? Then why do I spy yet
Rosaria.
another person following in your shadow?
Wait, really?
You even spoke to her earlier.
There's no need for pleasantries. You should know I'm here for you.
Is it just because I'm a visitor from abroad?
No, because you've been stalking people.
You snuck your way into Marjorie's place.
Oh.
Huh. So you had your eyes on me even then, huh? That was 2 whole weeks ago, you know.
Did she plant the prophecy?
It's hard not to notice you when I'm on duty every day.
All right. In that case, I'll admit it.
Ooh.
I was the person who slipped this prophecy into the storybook.
Okay. Could it be... So either she orchestrated this whole thing for reasons that I'm so confused about, like out of the goodness of her heart type thing, or she's been looking for this place, and so she got other people to find it for her, and the items on here and the books on here might be quite precious. Huh? In which case, Venti, why did you let us find it?
But why? Then, does that mean this wasn't a real prophecy after all?
It probably was real.
Don't worry. Even though you probably have plenty of reservations about me, you can be sure that the prophecy is genuine.
Because this place...
In fact, many of you here today may have heard the code name of the one who left the prophecy to me.
Code name?
She hailed from an ancient assembly of powerful women, each of whom used a single letter to signify themselves.
How have I never heard about this?
Guessed. It seems that power was indeed left behind by the old hag after all.
It was her teacher.
Ah, so you're B's student.
B's student.
It's an honor to meet you. I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Oh, she's finally meeting her rival. Like she thought that Klee would be her rival, kind of.
Well,
or her equal, at least.
What are you talking about?
It's a long
I love how
story,
Mona's still
but
sitting, too.
I'm not quite sure that I'm the best person to tell it. Since you've all spent so much time and energy trying to decipher this prophecy, you must also be very interested in the secret behind this lantern, no?
Yeah, so what is her goal here? Is she just trying to find the place? Is she trying to prove herself, test herself, get answers on something, steal something? How does she feel about her teacher?
Now then, please allow me to disturb your happy peace.
Why would you say that to the lantern? You're gonna make it mad.
Huh. Why did this little thing just light up? How strange.
Hello, Alice?
Hello? On the other side of the lantern. Can you hear me over there?
Hello?
Mom?
Alice!
Oh, I hear many youthful voices.
Madam, I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Oh, since we've last gathered, Jay's successor has already become so reckless and bold. Unbelievable.
So would Alice be A then?
Wait. Why are you talking just like the old hag?
Oh, that was a different voice.
Old hag? Who would dare say that?
I thought she was just putting on airs. No, that's another voice.
Who are you? Who dares imitate my master?
And what of imitation and mimicry?
A third voice.
It has always been a fool's errand to mimic and learn from humanity.
Or at least a third aspect.
Oh, it's Alice. I'm here too.
Oh.
Mom, why are you trying to talk like other people?
Yeah, okay, she's imitating them.
So
I was so confused. I'm like, I swear this is the same voice.
Well, then, my warmest greetings, everyone.
It's sounding different.
Miss Alice, why would you...
Well, it's been many years since this lantern last lit up. You can't blame me for thinking that one of the old friends from my youth may have decided to catch up again.
Old friends or old enemies?
Why she sounds so coy all of a sudden?
Because if she thought it was her friends, the ones whose voices she just mimicked, she wouldn't have tried to mimic their voices. I don't know. Feels double layered right there.
Correctly, we left this lantern in the care of the Animo Archon Barbados.
Oh, did you?
You must be commended for uncovering an artifact entrusted to the god of wind himself.
Oh, that's super interesting.
Are you sitting around my beloved tea party table?
So is we, Alice and her friends,
Really long table.
this group of women who used code names?
You are. I suppose this means even the Animo Archon has granted you entry to this place.
He sure has.
Was all of this Scarlet's doing?
In a way.
Wait. Paimon's completely lost now. So what was this assembly you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, tell me more.
Miss Alice, would it be all right to leave the explanation of that to you?
Please?
Well, you should be rewarded for making it all the way up here and activating the lantern. Now then, let me tell you a long and ancient story.
Yes? Yes, cutscene!
Ever heard
Oh, it's gorgeous. Also, immediately, some of these ladies on the left. Yeah, mostly the ones on the left, they look just like the ones in the Imaginarium Theater. There's a star in the middle. Okay. Amazing. Wait, did you see the subtitle?
Ever heard of the Hexenzirkel?
The Hexenzirkel!
As the spooky name suggests, it's a secret society. Once upon a time, it even challenged the Archon himself. But he replied,
So are they Mondstadt based?
Music, not war, and resolve our conflicts through song.
Nice!
From then on,
why would they challenge him?
The mages would only ever convene in the woods, in the skies, or on the edges of cliffs.
As opposed to the open lands, the desert, or the sea?
Stories and secrets and resolved their differences, as the tea and cakes bore witness to their pledge never to fight amongst themselves.
Nice. I'm a fan.
I snuffed out the life
East?
of my beloved.
Oh, yikes,
He'd grown
what?
old and was extremely sick. He loved me dearly, so I took his fate in my hands and ended his pain.
Dear.
I'm raising a son. Of all the children I had.
Look at him! Oh my god, look at him!
He's the only one left.
Oh. Well, okay. Come now. We know that some of your children are still alive. They're just a little funky. Have you disavowed them? Oh my god, look at him!
But I suppose that still makes me a mother.
That's Rhine-daughter. Would that be
My
R?
lifespan is nothing compared to
Or
yours,
G?
so I wish to leave you with my storybook.
Is this
Actually,
Mona's teacher?
Maybe you can pass it on to your children one day. Oh,
Storybook.
this looks interesting. Let me scribe.
Oh no, that'll be Mona's teacher. Also, all the stars, you're driving me crazy.
My dear sisters, we mustn't let prophecies threaten our bonds of friendship.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Prophecies.
Even the most frightening witch was once a little girl, and growing up can be so tough. Sometimes we all need to vent our troubles to the wind.
Okay, wait, go back.
Even the most
1,
frightening witch was once a little girl.
2,
and growing up can be
3,
so tough. Sometimes we all need to vent our troubles.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 different backstories, but 7 chairs? I suppose there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of on one side and then 2 on the opposite.
To the wind. Even if the nations go to war or the sky falls down,
oh my god,
the mages' tea parties shall forever be held around this table.
They're kind of like a third party. They're not. Oh wow, they probably come from the different nations, and we know that gold probably comes from Conria.
This is where the legendary mages held their meetings.
What do you mean? Ah, so this is where the legendary mages held their meetings. How do you know about the legendary mages and I don't? Paimon, you're supposed to tell me these things.
That's right.
How do we still have so much left in this quest?
Have tea.
Then, what about the part saying that if we light the lantern of
Oh my
utmost
god.
joy, we'd receive a supreme blessing?
About that. I never expected anyone other than Jay to actually read the full contents of that prophecy.
Jay.
It's a little embarrassing.
So which one's Mona's teacher?
That prophecy was actually just a letter that we sent to Jay as a group the day before her wedding.
Oh, cute.
So it was indeed written by all of you.
How many of them are there?
I must
Is it
thank
5
you
or
for
7
resisting
or
the urge
more?
to immediately reveal the truth to everybody, Albedo. Knowing you, you probably figured out everything the moment you laid eyes on the message.
Albedo, did you
No,
really?
It took me a little longer than that.
But you knew!
A flower that is not of this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends.
Okay.
These 4 descriptions signify 4 individual mages.
So there's 5 total if they
When
were
a
writing to
member
their
of the
friend.
organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down this prophecy and send it to her to invite her for a final get-together.
This happened more than
Flower that is
once.
not of this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world.
They're going to tell me. I need to get my notes ready. They're going to tell me who everyone is. This is my favorite event ever. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So, flower is R. Wait, so that means that she knew her. Alice knew Rhine-daughter. Oh, that's very interesting, considering that she took in Albedo.
This is the signature of our full name, Rhine-daughter, also known as Gold.
Hi. Yes?
If there's anyone in this world who could create a flower species that does not yet exist, it would be her.
True.
The guide who will never get lost is N, otherwise known as Nicole.
Nicole.
You may not have encountered her yet, but she is a truly extraordinary woman who has made this world's direction and order her subject of study.
It's not Mona's teacher?
Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people toward the truth when a change has occurred in the world. She has a tendency to suddenly speak in someone's mind without any warning.
Is it? I was just about to say, oh my god, I should. You remember at the end of Inversion of Genesis, we heard that voice? I was literally about to say, wait, I should tab back to where Alice was doing her impersonations to see if any of them sounded similar to that voice. But they're totally panning to us deliberately right here. That's who we heard, isn't it? Nicole? Huh. Could she have been the one who spoke to me while we were investigating Wanderer?
Unfortunate enough to run into a truly
change in the world.
situation. She may use her voice to guide the way forward for you.
Man, her range is incredible. Where even is she right now?
There's so many mysterious women in this world, and that they would all know each other.
Yeah, how did they all meet?
The one who would never lie is me.
Aw.
I hope no one would take offense. It's just that I, Alice, or A for short,
of course,
have always had a soft spot for those with sincerity and candor.
Aww.
As for a legend that never ends, you may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works.
She's an author.
Have you ever read The Boar Princess?
Huh? I'm pretty sure every child in Mondstadt has read that book.
I need to read that so badly.
It's also one of my favorite stories. M was an exceptional human writer who used her prose to teach me the meaning of grief.
Oh dear.
Don't you think such a person would deserve a seat at the mage's table?
So wait, let me write that down. Taught. I mean, definitely confirms, at least for me, that Alice is immortal, and not only immortal, but very powerful, that she has never lost anyone, which is surprising. Like, where did she come from? Did she have a family before? Or did she just spring fully formed into the world? Because how can she have never lost someone? Taught her the meaning of grief, or at least never lost somebody in a way that grieved her. Interesting. Anyhow, what's M's full name, though?
Paimon's getting more and more lost.
I'm getting more and more answers,
It may
Paimon. This is
sound hard to
amazing.
believe, but I can attest to everything that Alice has
Jay.
said. Jay was also a mortal who aged and passed on, leaving her title to her students and followers.
We're going to be out of the prophecy, so maybe Jay was the one who got married? Because we already heard about the Flower, the Guide, the one who would never lie, and the legend. So, okay, who's Jay? Jay. Mortal. She's died. What is her name?
Alice,
What does she do?
you've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. It's now been centuries since the first of us took
Ooh.
on her mantle.
500 centuries?
I've always wanted to meet you.
Or 5 centuries, that is?
Do you also want to become a mage?
Title aside, I think I'm more interested in the meaning and purpose of the Hexen Circle.
Yes.
I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group of women who could control the very fate of this world. But now, I've seen for myself that besides Jay, many other ordinary people were also among you.
Oh, really?
Do you think less of us now?
No, not at
Oh,
all.
other mortals, I
My
think she
interest
means.
has been piqued, and I'm now even more drawn towards the idea of becoming a mage.
The mages are special.
I've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors, but you are different. You are much more fascinating than any of your predecessors.
Oh, has someone finally piqued Aunt Alice's interest?
Oh, look at Clay being
Now is
adorable.
not a good time, Scarlet, but as soon as I am able, I will seek you out for a meeting.
Now is not a good
I want you
time.
to tell me all about Jay's married life back in her hometown.
Are you busy?
So the mage who received the prophecy letter from all of you was Jay? She left the Hexen Circle after getting married?
Hexen Circle's like hex
There was
circle?
only one way the letter could have been interpreted.
Wow.
She would have known what we meant as soon as she saw the message. We were just asking one thing of her. Please come to see us again.
show up.
Before you go and settle forever with your happiness, please come share some of it with your best friends and sisters.
Did she not come?
So, the Supreme Blessing actually meant...
All journeys are fleeting and will eventually come to an end. What will give us the most fulfillment and happiness in the end are those who will greet us at our journey's destination. Dear child, I believe you can also understand what I am talking about. We women will always have many troubles and encounter pains and frustrations that will keep us up at night. But no matter how hard things may become, we will cross mountains and oceans to see our best friends again, regardless of how many years have passed or how far the distance may be.
So encouraging, so inspiring.
Our beloved friends, our hearts will be filled with joy. To us mages, that's what being supremely blessed is all about.
Wow.
Oh.
I still don't get it, but I do know that all the mages are Mom's best friends.
If you ask how I see it, the Hexen Circle is just a group of ladies that I spent my youth with. Anyway, I'll introduce some of the other members to you all later. I still have a few things to attend to, so this will have to do for today.
There's more and you're not going to tell me?
Mom says bye too.
Goodbye, darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. I'm sure we'll see each other again. Oh, now that I think of it, isn't it getting close to that time of year?
You mean Windblume?
Yes, it's Windblume again, Alice.
It's
Someone
also a
met
special
Alice, do you think?
anniversary date. I'm sure you still remember.
Oh, right.
Yes, I do remember now. It was on this day many years ago that Jay tied the knot.
So it was her marriage, but she is
Time for the
dead.
Festival of
I
Love
see.
and Freedom. Everyone, please enjoy this year's Windblume Festival to the fullest.
So Jay must have been from Mondstadt, because Scarlet said this was her hometown. Alice's voice fades and the lantern grows dim. It is once again just a regular piece of decor. Okay. We're missing the names of M and J. Curiously, both of whom are humans, or were humans. Which one was Mona's teacher, though? Possibly Nicole? Because she's all about guidance, which was connected to Mona's astrology? But then Alice did say that there were more members. For a moment, everyone looks lost in thought, but soon chatter begins to fill the space again. Before long, everyone spreads their gliders to return to Mondstadt. Of course, must return in style.
Whoa! Ah, Albedo! Why didn't you tell me we'd have to glide all the way back down?
And that record player was definitely meant to be a reference to Alice. Man, I wish I could read those books. Can you imagine if we could read those books? I wonder what would happen if you had somebody sit in every chair. So yeah, there's 7 chairs. Do you suppose there's 7 members? Let's write that down. 7 maybe? Which would be very interesting. Patterns of 7. How curious. Do you suppose that table stayed there for the entire event? At least once you got to this point of the quest. Oh, you're AR-60. Wow. Oh my god. That was so cool. The Hexen Circle. Oh, you feeling airsick?
Are you okay, Timaeus? Maybe you'd feel better if you just, you know, let it out.
I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm just a little glider sick, that's all.
Wow.
You may want to look into getting your own gliding license when you have the time. It might prove helpful to you.
Yeah, everybody knows you don't get gliding sick if you're the one gliding.
Sure thing.
It sounds like you've still got something on your mind. Why don't you tell us? We're all happy to listen.
Sad about Yinga.
It's nothing, really.
I'm
It's
sure she's on
just-
her way here.
Well, Alice's story was really interesting and romantic. I won't argue about that. But still, the whole thing wasn't quite what I was hoping for. Of course, I didn't actually expect the Supreme Blessing to be real, but...
You wanted your lifelong romance?
Don't say that. None of this was your fault, Timaeus. Honestly, it's more on me for having agreed to be the Windblume Festival Special Ambassador. Had I not asked for everyone's help. If anything, it should be my fault for finding that prophecy.
No, this isn't a bad thing that happened.
I didn't mean to blame the two of you either. I just feel like this whole adventure didn't really end on a high note, and we also didn't really get anything out of it.
Oh, I sure did. I did. I'm doing
But
great.
I'd say we still learned something new. Well, that aside, Timaeus, you still need to go to Liyue to apologize to Yingar, right? Do you want Kale and I to accompany you?
Oh, Miss Yingar. Well, I mean, I just really don't want her to get mad at me. Now that I've come back to my senses, oh, I really don't know what I should do.
Hey, you three? You may want to look over there.
I bet she just came. Yep, she just came on her own accord. She's not the type to wait.
Miss Yingar?
Oh, so that's Miss Yingar? I've never met her before.
Quite the experience, Sucrose.
That's her, and she actually came all the way to Mondstadt.
Timaeus, I think your feelings might be
I'm
reciprocated.
so sorry, Miss Yingar, but how did you... I mean...
Are you so happy just to see me?
Of course, yes.
Of course I am. I'm so happy that I don't... Sorry, I don't know what to say.
I was ready to give you a harsh scolding, but now that I've seen you like this, I suppose I could let you off the hook this time. You said you couldn't come to pick me up because of a very important matter, right? Well then, of course I had to come and find you instead.
Exactly.
Should we go see how they're doing?
I mean...
I wouldn't. You'll get hit by a forest boar if you interrupt a couple's romantic conversation.
And we can see perfectly well from over here.
We'll just leave them alone then.
They look quite happy. Maybe that's what Windblume's all about. Oh, I'm glad you're happy too. The adventure has come to an end. Everyone bids farewell, and soon...
I'm so glad to see Timaeus find his happiness.
Bye, Albedo.
I have to
Bye,
say,
Clee.
I'm even more envious of you, Sucrose. You can be happy just to see others happy, and you gave me so much help without any expectations in return. Even though you said that we're very much alike, I still feel like you have a much bigger heart than I do. But if you say that, then I'd say I'm also nowhere near as brave or tenacious as you. I guess we have the same amount of positive qualities. They're just spread over different parts of our personalities.
Yeah, you each have your strengths.
I've never visited Sumeru, or made many friends from outside of Mondstadt. I'm happy just to have met and become your friend. Maybe I'll get shy and
everyone's being
flustered when
so
I meet
sincere.
other people I don't know in the future. But that's okay too. Since we are so alike, you probably get what I'm trying to say. You just need to believe that all of your issues aren't really issues at all.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Sucrose is blinking. Sucrose is very shy and nervous, but she's not negative about it. She's not self-conscious about it. Like, she knows she gets anxious around people, but, you know, we've seen Kale think very negatively of herself during this. And I think what she can learn from Sucrose right here is that even though she's shy, she knows it's not a bad thing. It's just the way that she is. Sucrose, you're great. You're doing
That
great.
all of your issues aren't really issues at all. But isn't it too late now for me to learn to accept myself?
No? Why should it be?
Well, do you know anything about the blooming cycles of Cecilius? I may have read about that in a book before. That's a topic that my parents used to talk about back when they were still dating.
Your parents?
Surprising, right? To think that people would talk about that while on a date.
Seems like they had some shared
My mom
interests.
brought it up at dinner one time last month.
Your parents are
She called my
alive?
Dad, the most boring man she
Wow.
knew, and said that he even turned up late to a date once, all with a smile on her face. But
Cute.
she also said that learning is just another part of life. It's never too late to
Aw.
start something, as long as you recognize that it's something good for you to do.
Why don't you give it a try, Kale?
Okay, I'll try my best. They're really
There we
having
go.
a great conversation. Paimon can't even find a moment to join in.
Well, isn't it great that they're getting along so well?
I nearly forgot. This is for you.
Is it a Windblume?
This texture. Are these seeds?
A very sucrose version.
I believe I mentioned my sweet flower research to you before. These are the seeds of the sweet flower cultivars that I've worked on. It's nothing too special, but they're the best cultivars that I've made. So, I really hope that you'll like them.
It's
They're
a great
super
gift.
sweet and easy to grow and keep. I'm also submitting them as my Windblooms for this year. I wish that the Animo Archon could also see how lovely they are.
Thank you. I'll plant them in the Avidia forest and take good care of them.
A great gift for Kale.
Please take these notes with you.
Ooh.
I've heard that you've been working hard on your studies, so I've prepared some study materials for you at Sucrose's request. Feel free to look through them whenever you can find the time. Mondstadt's doors will always remain open to you.
Wow, extra gifts for Kale.
Thank you so much. Really,
I love how Kale came thinking she's going to give Windblooms to everyone who has helped her to say thank you. And now she has even more people to give Windblooms to. I'm happy for her.
I don't know what to say. I'm just really happy.
Ah, Sucrose, now's your chance. Didn't you want to collect a breath of joy?
Oh.
You're right.
Wow, I did forget about that.
Kale, can you exhale once into this test tube? I will save this breath of joy and use it in my research.
I don't know how Kale will feel about that.
May I?
I guess she's okay with it.
Of course.
I'm glad. Kale exhales into the test tube and the fluid turns a deep violet. Wow. A small sparkling cloud then puffs out of the test tube and rises into the air like a marshmallow before it's taken away by the wind.
Huh? What? What was that?
He got snatched by the wind.
It was like a little cloud of happiness, and now it flew away.
Ooh, vial. What's left behind? The
Well,
liquid of evil?
Luckily, there's still some breath left in the test tube. I'll seal it up for now. I'll keep working on it and let you know as soon as I have any breakthroughs in my research.
Is that going to be relevant later?
You can write to me. I'll be sure to respond as soon as I receive your letter.
Like,
oh, it looks like
Holly's breath just flew away? What?
Master Tainari! Sino!
I hope your
If
sightseeing
your
has gone
friendship
well.
was forged in a test tube, does that make you test friends forever?
See, that's a good one. That's a really
it.
good one.
I think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt beyond all hope of repair.
I liked it.
All that matters is that I've enjoyed Mondstadt immensely. The dragon here possesses a majestic form.
Oh, great, you got to see him.
Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, this card back is for you.
Wait, for me? Didn't Sino commission this?
Sino wanted you to have one for yourself. If I had to guess, I'd say he probably wants you to use it if you challenge him to a duel.
Amazing.
I'm a master of the game. Do you dare challenge me?
He's ready to go at any time.
Let's knock him off his high horse.
It's time to duel? Are we dueling?
I've got something to give you, too.
Wow. Really gift-giving season.
He has a gift for us?
I suppose it is Windblume.
I figured I should follow local Mondstadt customs and prepared a few small things themed after the Windblume Festival.
Did Sino get his card back, though? Is that a bookmark? How cute.
I made these bookmarks from Sumeru roses at the hotel. I
All
want to give
right.
them to Amber, Master Tainari, and Sino.
She was trying to hide her
During
presents
Windblume,
earlier.
Mondstatters offer flowers to the people most important to them. You three are family to me.
But
Aww.
Tainari said that we're not anything like an academic family. He wouldn't write joint papers with us.
They're so
Well,
family.
In this case, we can consider ourselves as regular siblings. And that should be just fine.
I agree.
I propose
And here's
dads
some
and
Padisara
child.
seeds as well.
But
These are for the
Up to you.
Traveler, Paimon, and everyone else from Mondstadt.
Whoa, are these really for us?
thank you. We appreciate it.
So, are these your chosen Windblooms?
She came prepared.
One of them. Both Paddy Sours and Sumeru roses are my Windblooms.
That's really
Although
cool.
they're not native to Mondstadt,
Yeah.
they are the flowers that can best express my feelings.
It's so cool how new flowers are
I
getting
want
introduced to
give them to the
Windblooms.
people
I
I
love
feel
it.
thankful for. To those who I wish to accompany as we greet more seasons and future Windblooms together.
Aww.
The real blessing in life is when you are surrounded by people who you'd miss day and night, and who you'd want to see even if that meant crossing mountains and oceans to do so. I'm so happy to hear you say that.
She really has learned and grown during her time here, hasn't she?
Sucrose, do you see that cloud over there?
Does it look like a test tube?
Huh? Doesn't it look just like your test tube?
Of course. Joy above the clouds, quest completed. Wow. But there's still more in this video. Yeah, there's like 10 whole minutes left. Oh, we actually got a card back? Wow. I'm guessing there's more, there's more character interactions. Well, we will be watching those. Albedo! Good find.
You like the card back from Sino, right? I must admit, I also spent a good amount of effort coming up with a design.
Thank you very much.
His
Wish I
request
got one.
was quite interesting. He wanted a dragon, a cool pose, and a design that would stand out and awe his opponents.
What did he get? Can we see
Although
it?
the commission was for himself, he wanted the back to be flashy enough to draw the attention of the opposing player. Perhaps there's something that can be said about how, when it comes to Genius Invocation TCG, friendship is more important than competition. He also said that such an impressive card back should be shared with friends. Since he gave it to you, this must mean he considers you to be a close friend.
Oh, I see.
Oh, and speaking of, to repay my efforts, he also gifted me the card back as well. Maybe I'll also give the game a try.
That's how they get you. I'm curious about your octagonal plate. But I see, so he gave us one of the card backs that he commissioned. I understand. So that's how he gets it, and we also get it. Wow, that's so cool!
Am I dreaming?
I love how she's actually
Miss
here.
Yanar, you really came all the way to Mondstadt to see me? Why were you willing to make the trip? I still can't believe
What
it.
if we went to Larua? She wouldn't be there, right? I sure hope so.
Wouldn't I want to come see you, It's not like a quick trip from Liyue to Mondstadt is completely unheard of or anything.
Is that what he did last time?
Also, isn't it time for you to drop the miss and just call me Yingar?
Oh.
Yingar. Yingar. I think I still need some time to get used to calling you that.
Look at you, already so flustered.
Oh dear.
And we're just getting started.
Oh, she really is just getting started, isn't she?
No, I'm just overwhelmed with happiness. Thank you so much for coming to see me for Windblume.
Wow. Yingar versus true sincerity. It seems that that's the best way to respond to her. I can't say anything about that.
I quite like my new card back. It goes perfectly with my deck.
I'm glad you like
I
it.
take it you've also received your card back? Want to use it to play around?
I'm so confused. Is it on... I know in the game you can apply it to the deck and it'll apply to everything, right? Oh, you're actually gonna play him? Wait, that's really sweet. You should do it. You should do it. You should do it. I guess you can do it later.
I wonder how many bouquets I'll
Assuming that so long as they don't teleport away, they'll still be able to do it later.
Kale, sucrose! I brought some home-cooked food. Why don't we enjoy it together?
Really? Sounds great! I must point out a small issue about your cooking. You have a tendency to put a little too much flavoring in your dishes.
Wow, she's speaking up.
Sorry. I guess I've been a little heavy-handed with the seasonings lately.
Are you feeling stressed recently? Do you want to find someone to play cards with? It really helps with stress.
He got you too, Kali.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea. If I recall, both you and Sucrose are pretty good players, right?
Oh yeah, we are. We've been playing together, and We were actually talking about this just a few days ago.
I suppose they could
Since
be
you are
talking
already
about other
familiar,
card games.
Would you mind also showing me the rules sometime?
Yeah, Kali seems to be a natural at the game. Maybe she's already the best player out of all of us.
Huh? Me?
That's right. You've been all talk at the tavern. That little girl from Sumeru is really good at the game. If I can find the chance, I would love to test my skills against her.
I wonder how Sino feels about the fact that all the TCG rumors are spreading about Kali.
You've become a
Not
TCG
about him.
celebrity. Oh,
I guess that means she's been playing it while she's here. I think that means she enjoys the game herself, you know?
Thank you so much for your...
It's really funny to think that this world only has one card game in it. Realistically, it doesn't, but just based on these conversations, TCG is all anyone talks about these days, eh?
Surveying tips. I had no idea that the Sumeru Forest Watchers would also have expertise in this area. You really do know just about everything.
It's only natural
This
that
is a
forest
combination I
watchers
never
and
thought I'd
surveyors
see.
would have some similar skills. We're both constantly outdoors and on the move after all. Anyway, I'm glad I could help.
If I can find a chance, I'd love to pay a visit to Sumeru as well. I've heard that the terrain is quite complicated there, and it'd be a treat to see it for myself.
Yes, complicated is indeed one way to put it. Visitors often get lost when they visit Sumeru for the first time, and they have a tendency to pick all kinds of mushrooms and fruits in the rainforest without discretion.
This famous issue of his.
We get a lot of people here picking Phalanima mushrooms as well.
Actually, have you ever tried adding them to a recipe? They are quite bland by themselves, but perhaps the taste can be improved if they're cooked together with other ingredients.
There's gotta be a dish that
I've
uses
never
them.
tried
Is there?
that myself.
Is there not?
But now that you mention it, I do want to give it a try.
I'm quite
The
curious
only recipe
too.
I know that needs them
Would
is
you like
Barbara,
to pick some
right?
together later?
Her ascension materials. Oh, Mona and Glee! I wonder where Scarlet went.
Mona, look! I found a 4-leaf clover.
Of course you did.
So pretty. Do you like it?
Huh? Is it for me? Thank you, Klee.
There's so many combinations in
Could
this
you
quest.
also say something nice to Klee?
Oh, of course. I've actually gotten really good at this. Oh, Miss Klee, our mighty spark knight.
I was going to say, have you been practicing? Have you needed to practice complimenting Glee? It's from Fischl. She's picked it up from Fischl and how to talk to Fischl.
Hope for all of Mondstadt and the vessel for...
Immunocratic?
What's a vessel?
Oh, no, Klee doesn't seem to really appreciate this kind of praise. Okay then. Klee, you're super adorable and your hat and backpack are the cutest. Did your mom get them for you?
Yep. Mom said that she picked them out with Dodoko, and Dodoko really loves this backpack too, which is why Dodoko's always hanging from the side. Mom also said that someone else was also helping her pick out the gifts that day. What was the name again?
Did it start with M or J?
If Klee remembers correctly, people would call her the Old Hag.
Wait, the old hag? Huh. Okay, well, now that you mention it, the old hag does have a fondness for picking out hats.
Did she pick your hat too? Did you get that from her, maybe? I love how everybody calls her that, apparently. Oh, Minty! He's still
What do you
here.
think? I trust you've enjoyed this year's Windblume Festival.
No, we saw him leave,
I'm
so he
happy
just
to
come
see
back.
You find the time amidst your busy adventures to return to Mondstadt and celebrate the winds of freedom with us.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a moment now, would you care to hear a new love poem I wrote this year?
Sure.
Allow me to recite it for you. This world has never seen such vibrant color. It bestows upon everyone a brilliant hue. A shade more ethereal than white, yet more radiant still than gold. It eases into your eyes and restores to light a solitary soul.
Aww.
Maybe a bit too somber.
That was lovely.
Maybe I should write another one on sweet flowers instead.
I don't know if this has a lot of implications to it. I did think it was a nice poem. It eases into your eyes and restores the light to a solitary soul. So kind of like someone who's feeling lonely or alone is still inspired by the world or given reason to have hope by the world.
Eases into your eyes and restores to light a solitary soul.
Or something like that.
Maybe a bit too somber.
I thought it was nice.
Maybe I should write another one on sweet flowers instead.
Yeah, it looks like it's going for the end too. We were quite close to the end when I just paused. I guess we still have some mini games to do, but I don't think they'll be in the video. Alright, that seems like the end, my friend. Thank you for your time. Look, they're looking at the camera just like I do. How helpful. So, oh man, they're done. Bye. What's this? What's this? Oh, story quest. Gotcha. Okay, so that will be all for this video. Thank you so much to the Genshin Archive, actually, for uploading this one for us. I really appreciate it. That was amazing. That was such... Okay, first of all, what a complicated event. There were so many characters in this one. How amazing for them to put all that together for us. We learned a lot about Kali, a lot about Sucrose, a lot about Sino, which was really cool. So this is what you guys have been talking about. I remember now that some people have mentioned that he makes jokes or something. And so we got to see that side of him now that he's off duty. What an entertaining change in character. That was incredible. Now, this animation was gorgeous. And I can't believe that not only did they introduce the Hexen Circle, but they didn't hide any secrets about it from us, or at least they didn't hide any major ones that I know of. Maybe it's better to rephrase. They introduced the Hexen Circle and they told us about it immediately. They told us so much about it at once. And this, of course, was gorgeous. So that was really cool. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, actually. Let's write that down. I'm guessing then that there's 8 people. I'm guessing I could go through this and get a lot of imagery and make a lot of guesses as to what their respective domains and powers are. Who knows? We've got a person with a book, another person with a book, somebody looking away from the camera, a person with a water drop, perhaps. Maybe that's the old hag. We've got somebody with fire, somebody with light, another person here just chilling. Yeah, so there's a lot going on here. Incredible. I can't believe they gave us so much to work with. It challenged the animal. Why would you challenge him? Yeah, why would you challenge him? What's the point? What are they after? What did they think it would achieve? Were they young and just wanting to establish themselves on the world stage? Clearly not. They're all about peace. The vines. Flowers. Anyway, super cool. We've got a lot of names. We're still missing a couple names. That's who was talking to us, huh, Nicole? Super neat. Wow.
So I took his
I don't know. I feel like I had more thoughts, but I can't quite remember what they are. Oh, yes. Okay, I do remember what they are. Basically, I was very impressed with how, even though they're introducing, oh my god, introducing the Hexen Circle to us here, it's not coming out of nowhere. You know, we knew that Gold existed. That was, I believe, the first one of them that I heard of. Then we knew that Alice existed because of Klee and all that, and all the summer events. We even knew that the old hag existed, and that she knew Alice because of Mona's story quest, I believe it was, yes. So we knew that these characters existed. We even knew that some of them were associated. And so it's cool that this group is now establishing itself. Also, that voice that we heard in version of Genesis that was before this. So I think they've done a good job of establishing these people. And I'm really curious if we dug through this game, if we would find even more traces of the other members. I definitely need to read The Boar Princess. I've been needing to read that for absolute ages. That's the thing that we got during Lisa's story quest, right? Oh my god, beginning of the game. I also want to take another look at the Imagineering Theater, because this is very Imagineering Theater design sort of similarities. Did you see that boar at the end there? Where was that boar? And also the roses here and the quill pen. Remember the books in the theater that are like, oh hey, this ink, is this the essence of reality right here? So I am very curious if there's other traces of the other members of this group in the game. And I'm super curious, like, what have they been up to? I'm guessing that they're off in their own separate realms and worlds and nations doing whatever they want to do. And that they come together rarely at this point. Yeah, look at the boars! I bet this is like a reference to a scene in The Boar Princess. I just don't know yet. Anyway, this will be super interesting because if this group is as powerful as this event is making them out to be, then I do assume they'll have further involvement and implications in the world down the line. Like, if it was just meant to be a fun little group, then we would have seen more of them already. But if they're meant to be, you know, significant, this is the way I would have presented them, and this is the way that they have presented them. So I think they're going to show up more and more as we go on. I hope they do. Is this the only event they've shown up in? Oh my god, I have to watch the rest of them as fast as I can. I'm already doing that, though. Amazing. I feel like also this confirms for me that Rhine-Daughter is still alive. Because I feel like it would have been mentioned if she wasn't, or hinted at least. It seems like she still is. Just seems like it, which is very interesting to me. Anyways, that was delightful. I did love that. I'm so happy for Kale, that she's growing up so well. And I love that she's able to have such a normal struggle. You know, the struggle of wanting to be like her friends, but be with her friends and like hang out with them, but feeling so nervous and different and not knowing how to fit in. Because even though her reasons for having this struggle are very dark and very serious, it's such a normal teenage struggle to have. So I'm glad she's able to have such a low stakes worry in her life at the moment, you know? She's come so far. Wow, that was fantastic. I adored that. That was really nice. Probably top 5 events for me. What are the other 4? I don't know. Wow. Okay. That will be all for today, though, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have anything to add that I missed, or any theories to share that are non-spoilery with where I'm at now, I would love to see those. But for now, yes, that is the end of this video, so thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This was so cool. And I want to give a special shout out, of course, to our Patreon supporters, Jay Blakewood, Conasard, Mary, Power of Chaos, Edu, Jubrilia, and our anonymous patrons. Thank you all so much for all of your support, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye now!